Hey guys, what's going on? I'm sorry, I don't have no idea what happened, and we're gonna do this right now. We're gonna go live. I want to send the invites to everyone. I'm gonna send invites to Bueller and to Steve Whiting. So guys, just be patient with me 1 minute. I didn't even have to chat up. I have nothing going on right now. Just my fat head looking at you guys. Um, just bear with me 1 minute, guys. I'm sorry. We're about 33 minutes behind, and I have no idea what happened. There's been some issues with a few people. I've been having messages sent to me, so I really don't know what's going on, guys. I guess too many people on the internet, too many people on the chat. I'm going to send an invite now. Hopefully, this works. Um, let's try. Let's just try. Let's see here. Maybe we get someone on. Someone needs to be on the show, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. This, you know what? It's not the internet. It's the user, right? It's the user. It's the user. Is me. It's all my fault. I bring you a show. I can't blame it on anyone else. It's my fault. It's the user. I apologize. My apologies. I'm gonna invite Steve to the show. Hopefully, he gets the invite. And Steve, you can probably check your email if you like. And I'm gonna send an other invite to of course, to Bueller. I'm sending him a message right now. All right, we're gonna have a show, guys, because we got some free comic day pickups. We got, you know, a, we're gonna have a good time, man. We're gonna have a good time. So just bear with us. I wish I could see the chat right now, but I'm so focused in bringing in everyone. All right. But it's kind of weird, like looking at my phone and looking at the screen, and I don't see anything. But what I do is, I hope someone's in the chat because I'm gonna lower my volume. I got 6 people watching. Thank you, Lord. Kachung, what is up, brother? We got the burning block about 99. What is up, man? Never seen you before, but I really do appreciate you jumping in. And Caleb is in the house. Man, this has been a struggle. Let me tell you right now. I am going to send an invite to Bueller. Well, there's Steve. Steve
What's up,
in the
Rodney?
house. I have no idea what happened, but we're gonna get Bueller in the house, man. So whatever, Steve, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, so let's get Mr. Bueller in the house. I have no idea what happened, dude.
I know you were there. I went away, came back, saw you for 1 second, you went off.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have not changed any settings or anything. Everything is still the same, and next thing you know, it just went down up. Yeah, so let's get Bueller in here, and Sam Tango's web is with him. So let's see here. He said send him an email, so I'm gonna send him an email. You guys can hear us, and hey, any questions to Steve, man? Steve is the man. Steve is the one that's been doing all this great stuff for the boxes. Steve, how you been, Steve?
I've been doing real good. How about you, Rodney?
Well, just hanging out here, trying to send an email to Bueller. I'm trying to speed up the process. It's kind of hard here. I'm multitasking, looking at the chat, looking at my ugly face, looking at my phone. I'm like multitasking, guys. Honestly, this is what we do when we go live. Is it this what happens, man? So, oh, I see something. All right, he said, "I'm looking forward to it." All right, beautiful. I'm trying to get everything ready here, man. All right, I'm gonna send them an invite, an email. Gotta copy the link. I hope everyone had a good day today on that free, beautiful comic day, guys, man. Hope everyone picked up some good books. I'm sure Steve did.
Yes, I did. You know I got some.
How about
It's
the chat?
free. It's free. It's for me.
Yeah, that's a good thing about it, man. When you go out there and find some free books, you can't go wrong with that, you know. All right, so I'm gonna make an email here. I'm gonna send it to. Let me see right here. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, Steve. Say hello to the chat. You may know some people on there.
Hello, chat. I don't see it, so I don't know who's saying what because I'm on
Oh,
my phone and I'm
oh,
usually reading on my phone.
okay. All right, so it's
Yeah.
all good. All right, so let's see here. Let me go back here. We got this. Don't worry. We're gonna bring Mr. Bueller in the house. He's gonna meet Steve Whiting, or how is it? Correct me if I'm wrong, Steve. Whiting or Whiting?
Whiting.
Whiting.
You're
Yes.
right, man. You've been right.
I've been right. Yes, sir. I've been right the whole time, guys. Steve Whiting in the house. All right. I'm trying to get to this email right here. I'll get to it. Let me see. All right. I'm gonna send it to Bueller, and it's man. I hope everyone's having a good night. Hope everyone had a good dinner. All that good stuff. You know, not like me. I probably use DoorDash. What you have for dinner, Steve?
I went to PF Chains. You ever been there?
I have not.
It's real good. Real good Chinese food.
Well, that sounds good right about now.
Yeah, it was real good. I got a little leftovers for later in case.
There's nothing wrong with leftovers, buddy.
No, no, gotta have them.
Let me see. Let me jump on the chat real quick. Let me see what's going on. At least we got 7 people on there been patiently waiting.
And I applaud them. Yes, hanging out, waiting.
All right. I just sent the invite. Let's see if Mr. Bueller gets it. He's hanging out with Sam. Huh? He's got it. And let's see what happens now, guys. Let's see what happens.
And there they are.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh my god, guys. Hey guys, I have no idea what happened. I have not changed anything.
Wow.
Hey, I am well, you know what, man? I'm sorry, Bueller. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry, Steve. I have not changed anything, like I said, man. But
Like as soon as the camera came on, and like you see where I'm sitting right now, I'm off to the side. Like, let me show you. The sunlight is coming in my window. This is what it looks like, right? If I sit in the sunlight, it's like glaring right at me. So I'm gonna wait for a few minutes while
It's crazy.
goes by the trees. So
We're not used to all this sun in the Pacific Northwest.
yeah, not like Steve there in Orlando who keeps bragging to me about all the wonderful weather that you guys have there in the great state of Florida. It's like I was telling Steve one time, I'm like, yeah, it's just pouring down rain and it's cold. He's like, yeah, it's like 80 degrees here right now. I'm like, just shut up, man. Give me a break.
Well, that's all. That's what you can do, man. Just brag about the weather, man. That's how we do, man.
I don't know, but they got some good, nice weather there too. When it's hot here, they got that good 60-degree weather. It's nice.
That's the one thing about the summers here, man. That they're beautiful, and our oceans are cold. I mean, during the summertime, they're ice cold, and I'm sure you guys aren't used to. Don't you guys have the nice warm water and stuff like that?
We do. It stays warm.
Oh my gosh, I would just die. I mean, you have to wear a wetsuit to go in the ocean here any time of year. It's freezing. But Steve, hey, this is the first time.
Good to meet you guys, man.
Talking, man. I mean,
what's up, Sam?
Hey.
But so everybody knows who's watching. Steve and I talk daily. We chat back and forth daily, and Steve is I consider him a really great friend of mine. He's all the way on the other side of the country, and we can't get further apart than what we are for the most part. And Steve and I have become really good friends. We talk all the time, and for anyone who's ever gotten a Bueller box, more than likely you have some of Steve's collection in your collection now, because he has donated so many countless books to the Bueller boxes. And you know what? It's awesome, man. I mean, this gentleman right here humbles me on a daily basis, and it's pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited to be sitting here getting the chance to talk to my buddy Steve for the first time kind of in real life, being satellite, whatever you want to call it.
It's kind of weird because I after you guys like mention each other, and then next thing you know, I told Steve I want to go to a flea market, and then Steve like runs into me at the flea market. And I was like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't have the hat on, but he recognized me right away, and it was so cool, man. And man, that's just me and him for the first time. For him to do what he does for you, that's just amazing, man.
And just so everybody knows, everybody who gets the acts of kindness from Steve, I know about him. We talk about him all the time. He lets me know. So like, if Jeffrey's getting a watch, I already knew about it like a week ago.
Yeah, so you and Rod, both of you and Rod. Rod knows everything too.
Yeah, so it's good to be in the know.
Yeah.
I don't know too much. I don't.
You know everything, Rod. I tell you everything. I say, Rod, I did this, man. What do you think? What do you think? And yeah, man, that sounds good and all that stuff.
But you're the one that gave me that nice, beautiful 9.4. My only 9.4. That 141. That was from you, and I really do appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm glad it's in a good home. I don't mind giving comics to my comic community. All of them can't get out and get them, man. You got to give them while you got them.
Sam got a book today.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, Sam. Did you get something?
I sure did.
You have it?
Oh my!
I can't remember what I sent, Sam. I think.
You forgot?
Nah, I know.
I don't know how you could forget this, brother.
I told Sam, I said, Sam, Steve sent you something, but I can't tell you what it is because it's a secret.
This is what Steve. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Oh, no way!
This. I am beyond grateful. This
he
is
said you
awesome.
was gonna like it, Sam. So I'm glad you got it, man.
I'm more than like. This is awesome. Now you got me on the hunt for all these black Spideys and
you got two. You've got 2 or 3, Sam. I thought you got last week.
It was funny because like just the other day, he was sitting there and we were at the comic shop. He's like, I gotta get some Secret Wars, and stuff.
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah, and I'm like, well. Maybe not right now, Sam. Just, I don't want to say too much, but he's like, I gotta get some Secret Wars. I go, just give it a week. You might be surprised what happens. So,
yeah,
very cool.
So I just want to say thank you, Steve.
You're welcome, Sam. Man, I'm glad you liked it, man.
You're awesome, buddy. Yeah.
So what are we doing tonight? What's on the agenda there, Rod?
Well, the agenda is, we just kick back and relax and talk about what we picked up on this, free comic book day. Unfortunately, I did not pick up anything. I had to go yesterday to pick up some books from New Comic Book Day. So I'm so far behind, guys. I got the whole mess here. But I do have, just some stuff I picked up in the $2 bins. But I want you to show me what you picked up today since I wasn't there. I want to see what you got picked up.
Well, Steve, what do you got, man? Do you have that box that you showed me?
What box?
I thought you said you got a box.
Oh.
Or am I not supposed? Maybe I'm not supposed to say anything.
Oh, you mean the one I showed you I packed?
No. You got like a.
Oh, I got a Hulk box. Yeah, I got a.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
I put all my Immortal Hulks in that today.
Oh, right on.
They were stacked everywhere. But I did get Rodney some free comics since he couldn't go out today, man.
Nice.
I don't know if they'll show on this camera or not, but I got him this.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love the Tick.
Got him that one. I had to get him this one because I love this one.
Okay.
Yes.
Grumble versus
Grumble.
Cool.
I got a little Bloodshot for him. I don't know
Nice.
if he likes that, but Rod likes everything like me.
I heard they're making a movie of Bloodshot.
Yeah, I heard too.
With Vin Diesel, apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to give it.
Really class.
I'm not a big Vin Diesel fan, but you got to give it a chance. You know what I'm saying?
But I knew Rodney was going to like this one because Edwin was going to like it. I love Ninja Turtles. A couple I didn't know.
Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers.
I got a couple of those.
I got
What's the page?
Monsters.
Now, a buddy of mine said that's really a really good book. I didn't know anything about it because I got my free comics yesterday, and he's like, "You should take this one." He goes. He was a fan of the art and the writer, and he said it's pretty good. So I'm gonna read it.
And last one I got was this one. I didn't know what it was, but it was free. I grabbed it.
Wow.
Interceptor #1, Donnie Cates. It had to be good, I figured.
Yeah, I did. I saw that there too, and I didn't know what it was, so I grabbed it just because I thought the cover looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
That was about Donny Cates, you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you never know, man. I mean, when I went to the shop yesterday, because I don't know if I'm gonna make it out next weekend, but I just picked up some like Doctor Strange stuff, just nothing big, just trying to collect some old stuff. I mean, and I had to re-bag and board all these. So this is Doctor Strange number 38. And I picked up, of course. I mean, there's nothing like mind-blowing. Oh, God. Yeah, man. I got 31. Yeah. And there is a key in here, though. This is issue 32.
Oh, that's a cool cover.
And this is issue 16. And this is issue 9. And issue 34 is, I went on the Key app, and it said the first cameo appearance of Whting, the magical being whose name is invoked when Doctor Strange summons the wind.
Hmm.
So I found that for $2. So that's a key issue.
I think they've got that wand of Whting that I've heard about or something. Yeah.
Hey, Rod, this is my Key app right here. Sam is my version of the Key Collector Comics app right there. I just say, "Hey, Sam, is there something about this book?" He's like, "Yeah, that's the first this, that's the first that." I was like, "Cool."
I know.
So he's a walking Key Collector app.
I know.
Well, he has something that I don't have. So Sam, we could talk. But even though I got to send something out to Sam. So, hey Sam, don't worry, brother.
What's that?
It's for you, bro. I got it right here. I got it all lined up. I got
That's cool.
I got a bunch of stuff to mail out to people, and your name is in the list, Sam.
Thank you.
You've made the list.
I made a list.
You're on Jericho's list, and now you're on Rod's list.
Man, making my rounds.
Well, that's pretty cool. Awesome. Steve, did you buy any books today?
Yeah. Man, I cannot not buy books when I'm in the comic. They're all
I noticed that about
$1
you.
each. I got a whole bunch of them, man. God, I don't even probably about 50.
Oh wow.
I got a bunch of DCs. I'll probably send you a bunch of them.
Yeah.
There's some newer stuff, but there's some of the variant covers, the Batgirls and Catwoman, stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, yeah. I see
Yeah, I showed you
that Batgirl one. I picked up a couple of those variants. They're such a great cover.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, they're eye candy is what they are, because the artwork on us is awesome. There's nothing significant about the book itself, except for how great that cover is, type thing. And you know what? I don't mind that one bit. I actually like stuff like that because I appreciate the artwork that's on them and the guys who did it. So I mean,
yeah, man, they put a lot of work into them covers, man.
Well, that's why I picked up. I love Catwoman, and the Catwoman run has been great.
yeah.
But some of that artwork on it, Joelle Jones, it's been like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait. I really do want to meet her at a con, and she's not going to be in Orlando this year. But man, I need to meet her because Catwoman is on fire, man. If you're sleeping on Catwoman,
You're lucky.
You're lucky for sure.
Exactly.
Come on, I couldn't let that one go. That was too easy, Ron. Come on, man.
Hey, that's how we do when you hang on the coast. You're lucky.
Couldn't let it go, man.
Oh man, hey, that's what I want, man. Come out here, hang out, have a good time, man.
Awesome.
Who else in the chat? Because I can't see the chat.
We got here. We got Chad 90 MF in the house. We got Caleb in the house. We had JP Budget Collecting in the house. Who else we had? Bernie Block about 99. He says sub here. Of course, we have the one that did not win the free giveaway last night.
John.
We all know him. John Comics with Kids.
John Comics didn't win.
Finally, he did not win.
He tried to win that.
Oh man, he's such a great guy, man. I was watching his live stream for a minute when he was just searching out there on Instagram with his kids and stuff like that. He's such a great guy, man. John, it's just I have no words for John, man.
We also got Victor Olin and Kachum is in here as well, so that's awesome.
Yeah, Victor Olin won the prize last night.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, Victor was
Congrats,
the winner.
Victor.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I picked up some books, but it was yesterday, and like I grabbed pretty much the free comic book day books, probably the same ones everybody pretty much grabbed, and I'll keep a couple of them. I'll probably just end up giving a bunch away because I tend not to hold on to the free comic book day books. There's a family that's not too far away that they have like 3 kids. I think you met Janice at the coffee shop, but her kids kind of, they appreciate that type of stuff. So I'll probably just end up giving them those books. But I did go shopping yesterday, and there was a sale and at this comic shop, and I bought 700 books yesterday. I needed inventory for the viewer boxes, so I literally bought 700 books. And I don't 700 books, only 9 of them are going to stay in my collection. So these are the 9 that I'm actually keeping because I'm trying to finish a run of Iron Man number 1 through 200 for my daughter. And the sale was every book that was priced $10 or below was $1. So
what a deal. Holy man.
So I got Iron Man number 16. That was priced at $10. That was $1. And Iron Man number 44, so very nice. And number 49, kind of cool. And 58, these are all ones I needed on my list. And number 60, and let's see, 61, and 65, kind of cool. I was more than happy to pay $1 a piece for these. 88
$1 a piece. Wow.
Yeah. And then number 107. So I was able to get, I don't know, what is that, 8 or 9 books that were on my list for Iron Man. I think I only have like 20 books left in my Iron Man run that I need. I mean, they're bigger books. They're not going to be easy to get. Obviously, the first Thanos.
55.
Yeah, and then Iron Man #1. I think I'm missing like the first 5 issues and stuff like that. So those are going to be a little bit more. But Iron Man is one of those series to where, besides the #1 and the Thanos book, it's pretty affordable. I mean, it's not a series that, considering they've been around for so long, it's not a series that's out of reach. So I think people can put those books together and make a run if they want to, and that's kind of what I'm doing.
So is that like beside Iron Man? Is there another run you're trying to complete, or just Iron Man? I mean, I'm trying to collect the Marvel team ups with Spider Man.
Yeah.
And now, of course, Mr. Steve Whting been hooking me up, just finding me books that I've been missing. But is that the one that you're looking for, Mr. Bueller there?
That's the one that I'm looking for, but it's for my daughter. It's my daughter likes Iron Man mainly because of the Robert Downey Jr., not because of Iron Man himself. But that's really the only comics that she likes, and it's something I'd like to put together for her eventually and give it to her, and she might actually want those books and not sell them or throw them away when my day comes, because I know that's probably going to happen. So that's why I'm trying to do Iron Man. And as far as myself, the run that I'm trying to put together is maybe an X-Men run. That's like the big one for me. Now that's a big run. That's not easy to do. So I'm trying to I started with 94 to 300. Okay. And I'm missing 94. But I have every book from, what was it? 100, from 141 to 300. Yeah. I have every book. And then in between number 94 and number 142, I have I have probably 50 of them, really. So I'm only missing like.
Sam knows everything. He's just telling you. I'm making notes right now too. And Steve has memory. It's just like sinking in right now. He already knows.
And I'm not. I mean, because we all know that for X-Men, like, when did they start the reprints? From issue
like 6? I want to say 66 to 93.
Or 93 or 92.
Yeah, 90. Well, maybe 93.
I think on X-Men from 66 to issue 66 to 93, they're just reprints of older X-Men books. So those aren't really. I don't consider those like necessity to get, because they're just reprints of the books that came out before, type thing, with a different cover for the most part. So I'd like to get from the original first 1 through 62, and then from 94 on up. And I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I was pretty happy to get the 200 to 300, and then the 100 to 199. I pretty much almost have all of those, and some big ones too, like the first Phoenix, first Rogue, that's an annual.
Oh yeah, that's it.
First Gambit. I mean, I have all the big ones for the most part, but like 94 is a big one. I thought I had 100, and I don't, and I don't know why, because I have a poster for it.
Probably hidden somewhere between all the freaking amazing comics you have somewhere.
Yeah, I will tell you this, and this is and Sam can tell you this. My collection has dwindled significantly.
This is true.
Over the last 4 months, to where it's about 40% of what I had.
Oh yeah,
4 months ago.
Easily.
Because I've sent them all out. I've taken all my books and literally mailed them all over the United States on the Bueller boxes. So, which are pretty cool. Oh my God. Yeah. Look at that.
Look at that. I don't even have a
even though I got my shirt on, just Rican his comics, but why not have a glass of
So that's one of the original stickers too, by the way. That's the original run, because there was original 100 stickers that were round like that went out, and that was so those are nicer than the ones I put out now.
Yeah, whenever I use it, I make sure I don't wet the front. My wife is like, "What are you doing, Rodney?" I'm like, "Clean the damn cup. It's the Bueller cup."
You got to get that cup from the Dollar Tree. Don't matter.
Can you imagine this cup?
Bueller said you put the
all
sticker
the
on
way
the
down
dollar cup.
to back to Bueller, and Bueller be like, "Damn, this cup is from."
You're left.
He's got a ring on his left hand. Yeah, he's left hand.
All right.
I
Bravo.
love that. Do you remember the episode Bueller when you had the little cup at your daughter's house?
Hold on.
He might have that. I don't know.
Oh my God, I died laughing at that.
But Rod, you're left-handed too. All right.
No, I'm right-handed. That's the thing.
Right-handed.
When I put the sticker, there's a meaning behind the sticker.
Oh, okay.
All right, I don't care. It's a Chick-fil-A. It's a Chick-fil-A cup.
Okay.
Okay. So here's my official one. Okay. As the sticker. Okay. Here is the little miniature one that my daughter drank out of. He let me take it, and I modified it, and I put the sticker on. I haven't shown everybody this, but I stuck it on the thing because she's like, "Dad, you can take it." So I was like, "Oh, thanks." So this is my little baby coffee cup.
You look like you were at a tea party.
If you put that on
grandkids.
eBay, I guarantee it will sell for like $100.
That'll be awesome.
I guarantee it will sell. It was
edition. So there you go. There's the two right there.
Hey, well, hey, we got the cup, we got the hat.
Hey, Bueller took one sip in that cup and it was empty.
Yeah, but it's heaven. I mean, I'm holding the cup right now. It's in my hand. All right, just to show you guys the size of the cup. That's it. It's a little teacup. This is literally.
Paige said that's the only cup I had.
Yeah, it's literally what she gave me. I'm like, Paige, can I have some coffee? She said, sure. And she brought over and I was like, are you serious? And she's like, what? She's like, it's the only thing I had that was clean. I was like, whatever, I'll take it.
You can't even say nothing to her, Bueller. Now she has swords.
I'm gonna send y'all some coffee, Bueller. I already told you, man.
I know.
Spanish coffee to send out to you, brother.
I told Bueller I was eating Cuban sandwiches. He said, what? I said, yeah, Cuban sandwich. He said, we don't have those here.
We're very far away from Cuba.
Hey, you ever had a cheesesteak? You ever had a cheesesteak?
Yeah, plenty.
I didn't have a cheesesteak. I didn't get one this week yet. I need to get my cheesesteak. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow.
Get those likes.
Yeah, I gotta get more likes to get a cheesesteak.
Hey, let me jump back on the chat here to see what else is on here.
You need to put a salad on there instead of all this food.
The same people, just Rod Comic Vet is in the house. And he won the prize too. So and Caleb is in the house. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We keep it going, guys. Hey, everyone in the chat, make sure you check everyone's channel here, which is all great people. We like to have a good time and just shoot the breeze here, talk about food, talk about coffee, talk about whatever is in my. I have cranberry juice in my drink.
Honey coffee cups.
Bueller
and fat women.
Whting and his amazing gifts he gives to Bueller and all that stuff. And I think actually this is appropriate right now. Bueller, you doing a giveaway? Not a giveaway, but you doing your boxes right on eBay.
Well, they're sold out right now.
Okay, well then I sold out right there.
But I will have 70 boxes available next Thursday or Friday, and every single one of the boxes will have a DC logo variant in there, the DC Universe logo, and each one of those books is like $15 or $20 a piece, and
covers the whole box, man. How can you not get that?
Yeah. So I mean, here's the thing, and I'll just tell you guys, I got those books for 16 cents a piece. I bought a lot, and the lot itself come out to be 16 cents a book, and that's how much I paid for those books, and they're nice. I mean, they're good shape. They're all Batman. They're all the Batman DC logo variants. I look them up on eBay. They're all sold for like $15 to $20, and every single box is getting one of those, plus all the other stuff. So,
just a quick question: what time do you wake up in the morning and start like doing your work? Like everyone has an 8-hour job. What time do you wake up? Be like, let me check and see, what do I gotta do for my boxes and search for prices to put into certain comics in boxes. What time you wake up? That's your schedule.
I procrastinate all the time. I'm very bad at. It's like literally like, oh man, I need to make a video on. It needs to be done like in a few hours, and so I'll be up all night doing the video. Like literally, like the coffee video that I put out on Mondays. I'm up all night editing that video, and the moment it comes live, like 10 minutes before that, it just got done uploading to YouTube and just got done doing. I do that all the time. And then with the boxes, I try to is the key word right there. I try to put them together and stuff, but I never do. I'm usually just like, oh man, the post office closes at 5. I have until 5 o'clock to get these done. And it's usually right down to the last minute when they're finally done and mailed out. And that's your fault, Sam.
Hey, man, that's your fault, Sam. You're slacking, bro.
I
don't
let him get away with it.
But
Sam's got 2 or 3 of those Spider-Mans. Which one you missing, Sam, for the black costume?
The Marvel team up. The spectacular.
Oh, you're missing the one Rod's got.
Right there.
Spectacular Spider-Man. So yeah.
What number?
Yeah.
For Spider-Man?
That it's like 90.
It's the one with Black Cat on the front.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that's the 4.
Yeah.
4, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Bueller, I may have a couple of those Iron Men you're missing. Probably do.
I'll take a look. I'll take a look. I just updated my list like right before I went hunting, and so it's my most updated one.
Send me some numbers in case I got some, because I don't collect Iron Man, but if I see them cheap, I get them.
Yeah, I had some guy. I told him I liked Iron Man, and he sent me pictures of his whole collection, and he had every one, and everyone was graded from like number 100 all the way up, or from number 1 to 100. Every single book was graded CGC. Wow. I was like, whoa, that was awesome.
That's unbelievable. Let's just jump back to the chat here real quick, guys. We got DK Comic and Cosplay. We all know Delphia. She said, hello, Rican. You know my name already. Delphia is Rod and Mr. Bueller. And we got Chino, Comics and More. Chino from Texas. And who
Chino
else?
and Manny.
Chino and Manny, exactly. Mm-hmm. Correcting me there. We have Metarog in the house. Metarog, a good supporter to everyone's channel. That guy is amazing. Yep. That's all I can say. And who else here? Jeff Comic 813, Cantonese.
Yeah, the Cantonese.
From Florida, Tampa.
He's from my neighborhood.
Man.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, next time we do a live stream, bring him to your house and
put him on. Put him next to me with
his phone. Now we brought that up. Bueller, why are you not in Florida?
Here's the thing. I was just thinking that.
Brother.
And, I talked to Steve. I want to come down and visit. And Steve said something about Pamela Anderson to me one time. And I was sold right off the bat. So, Steve, I'm holding you to that, man. You better step up. But I like you. I was talking to Steve about doing it probably the first of next year sometime, like January, February. I don't know if that's a good time to come, but I have stuff going on. I have a wedding I'm doing in July.
You're getting married? What?
No, I'm presiding over a wedding. So
he ordained Mr. Bueller.
Yeah, I got ordained and everything. And then in November, I have my daughter is doing another competition in Arizona, so I got to save for that trip and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out a time to where I have available, and I think that's a good time. And B, have some monies, and able to make a trip all the way across country. Just considering I just went on another trip in November type thing. So I think that will work out, and I'm looking forward to it. So
well, you're not gonna need a car. You're not gonna need a place to stay.
Yeah. So I like that. That's the good thing.
And everything else, the food, everything here, I go out and eat a lot, so
All right, well, I have some Cuban sandwiches. I take.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm hoping to go down there, and because there's a lot of people in your area that I would, I want to meet you, and I want to meet Rod and Jeff Comics and stuff, because I like his Cantonese, his Wednesday Cantonese that he does. I've told him that before. I think it's really cool. But there's a lot of people in that area.
Perry's right by us too. Perry Comics is down the road.
What's that?
Perry's right down the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like Perry
Comics. Me and him go
He's a
to
good
the
dude.
same comic
Perry's
shop.
all right. Perry is not a very good guy. Let me tell you right now.
I left Perry Comic today at that shop for him.
He's a very good guy. I'm
He
just
is
busting
good
his balls. I like messing with Perry. That's what I do, man.
Yeah. But I've thought about doing. I really enjoy, besides getting sick from my trip when I went to see my daughter in Albuquerque. I really enjoyed my road trip that I went on, and I'd really like to, and I think I might do this next year, because I've always wanted to do a big road trip around the United States, and I think I'm in a point in my life to where I could probably do it. And since I've met so many people through YouTube, I have connections everywhere I go, so I'm not just by myself. I can go to Texas and say hi to people I've met in Texas and stuff, and Arizona and Florida, New York, and all the way across the country. And I think that would be really cool to just to do the trip and do a great road trip, and B, just to meet all these people that I've had the pleasure of meeting over this last year and stuff. So I think I'm going to put something together towards the springtime of next year, to where I just do a big road trip. I mean, I have a van, and so that works out just fine. I sleep in the back and I can make it up and everything. So, but I've always wanted to do that in my life, and I want to do it during a time when I can enjoy it. So I think that now's about the time to get that done.
You got a van like the American Pickers?
That's
a van like picking up your kids from soccer. That's the type of van I got.
I love that show, dude.
Yeah. Hey, I've had plenty of vans. I got all girls, boy. They tore my vans up. I use the cup holders as ketchup holders.
Yeah. No, I got a soccer mom van, a Honda Odyssey, but the thing travels very well.
Hey,
and when I was driving home, I think I had that thing up to like 130 miles an hour during one stretch on the road out in the desert. It was angled slightly downhill for something like 50 miles straight. You can see the whole length of the road because there's nothing out there. It's Death Valley. And I was like, let's see what this can do. And I look down, I'm pushing 130 miles an hour going down through the desert. It was awesome.
That's why the smoke was off the tire.
Yeah.
Bueller putting the mystery mobile to the test.
That's right. The funny thing is, my son, he's in the back sleeping. He has no idea what's going on here. We're shooting down the highway at 130 miles an hour.
Oh, God. Man. This is what I'm talking about. When we come to coast to coast, we have a good time. Hey, man, I'm sorry that Jeffrey's not here, and Edwin, like I said, man, he's doing drills for the serving us and all that good stuff. But Robert Johnson just jumped in the house. What's up, Robert? Thank you for hanging out for a few minutes with us. Damn, Bueller, I want to ask you one more question. Besides all this stuff we talk about here, what shows do you watch? Besides, what are you into? Any shows right now?
Like TV shows?
Yeah, just curious.
God, I don't. Right, as far as TV shows I'm watching right now, I'm watching.
Sam went like this. No,
I've been watching the Twilight Zone on that CBS All Access.
How was that?
I'm a big fan of story arcs that take place during one episode. and that's what those are. And I like it so far. I mean, it's not as good as the original Twilight Zone, which I love the old black and white Twilight Zones. I watched all those multiple times. But it's kind of nice to have a show to where the episode has a start and beginning, and you don't have to watch anything after that. You know, they're self-contained stories, kind of like a one-shot comic book almost. And so I've enjoyed that, and they're all a little bit different and quirky, and there's always a little twist at the end. So really, that's the only show I think I'm watching. Are you watching anything?
No, I just watch whatever comes on TV. They don't make.
Whatever.
You know,
Sam is probably watching Smallville behind doors or something.
Well, last night I was heavy into the Blazers. But,
no, actually he watches the Hallmark Network a lot. He likes the Hallmark Network. He loves the little stories.
Really?
Christmas Town.
Really?
I don't know.
What's wrong with that, dude?
Christmas Town. You know, I don't know, stuff like that.
I gotta put up with this guy making up stories about me.
He ain't making up stories, dude. You got the door wide open for the chicks, man. Hey, welcome to Hallmark. How can I help you? Come in.
The only reason I know this is because when he came and stayed at my house, and he stayed here for like a week, okay? And you guys are familiar with Netflix, and then after you watch Netflix, like a few days later, it says, because you watch this, you might like this. I was like, oh, I can watch that. But
the trail.
Stop using his account, Sam.
I was watching wrestling.
Wrestling, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam.
Sure.
Yeah, Sam's TV viewing habits are in question.
He made his own account. It doesn't say guest. It has Bueller, guest, but right here it says Sam's.
Yeah, you should have made your own thing. Well, that way I would have definitely known for sure.
Oh, yeah.
My cat's over here walking on all these comics I bought. She's falling she's actually like falling into long boxes of comics right now as her paws step on them.
Hey, what's that cat's name? Nipples?
That's my nipple cat, man. Sam's mom.
Oh, we're gonna bring up my mom now.
Yeah, we're talking about your mom.
Okay.
But Sam's mom says, I don't like that he calls his cat Nipples. He needs to rename it to something else. And I go, how about vagina? But I didn't use the word vagina. And he's like, oh my God.
So what you call it? Hey, VJ. VJ, come here, VJ.
There's that Seinfeld episode where Jerry can't remember the girl's name.
Yeah.
And he finds out that it rhymes with a female body part. And so he's trying to figure out, he's like Mulva and stuff like that. And then he finds out that her name is Dolores, which rhymes with something else. And so that's something else. What I told Sam, I go, maybe we should call it that. And so I like messing with Sam's mom. And what'd she say? Your mom goes, oh, I want to meet Bueller. And he tells me this, and I go, well, tell her that's kind of gross. Stuff like that. It's not like we're dating. I don't need to meet
No, I'm just saying, whose mom wouldn't want to meet you? I'm just saying.
Well,
right?
Pamela Anderson. She's on my list. She's a mom.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, man,
well,
Sam
and Bueller, are you guys into indies and stuff like that? Just curious. Are you like indie comics, or are you just into like?
All right. Well, I consider Image indie comics.
Okay.
And there's some Image books that I'm into, like Middle West. I think it's really good. I don't. Well, it isn't. Well, Spawn. I don't consider it indie, but it's I don't know. Spawn is one, but like Middle West is one I'm into. Farmhand is another one that I like. I was liking Leviathan, but I don't know if it got canceled or ended or something like that. I thought that was pretty good. And I think those are the three that I'm into now. But that Punk Mambo that just came out, I like that one. I read that one. I thought that was pretty good. And I'll probably stay with that one. But there's a lot of indie books that are out, and the one thing I do like about indie books, especially Image, none of their books are tied together with other books. I mean, they're all separate stories. They don't share the same universe. And that's kind of one thing I do like about indie books, because you just need to read that one book series. There's no War of the Realms going on some kind of indie book type thing.
Jumping all over the place.
Exactly. So that's one thing that attracts me to indie books is the simple fact that I can go and buy the Walking Dead comic, and I just need to buy that book every month it comes out, and I don't need to worry about other stuff. So that's one thing I like mainly about indie books.
Now, have you read Criminal?
No, I know which one you're talking about, and I haven't. It came out in the same. Yeah, I saw that one, and I didn't pick it up. There was that one, and there was another one called Making the Hits or something that was by Image, and that came out the same day, and I went with the Making the Hits one instead of that one.
I have not seen that one, but this is by Ed Brubaker.
Yeah,
Ed Brubaker is like, I mean, who doesn't know him, right?
Yeah.
But this is
I've heard it's really good.
Very good, but especially the first one. Wow, is very good stuff, man. It's just, I mean, dark, gritty, just like, I mean, it's right up your alley. I think it's something you will like. I mean, I think you really will dig it.
What about you, Sam?
I've read some indie books. I've read Powers by Brian Michael Bendis.
I love Bendis.
So I've read some Walking Dead. Some of the older Image stuff. You know me. I'm pretty much a Marvel person.
Nothing current.
No current stuff.
So he's all right. I see how you do, Sam. We like some of that old stuff. All right. So now I gotta go find something.
So everybody knows he doesn't like DC books. I gave him some DC books, and he got pissed at me.
Wait a minute.
He literally got pissed.
For more reason for me to give him DC books, and you're gonna read it.
Wait.
No, don't touch me.
What? No, I picked up Detective Comics 1000.
Yeah, and I don't know why you did that.
That counts.
Yeah, and you paid money for that.
I did.
The ones I gave you for free, you got mad and yelled at me.
Because they suck. Straight up. I'm sorry.
Can't even. He's a fussy lady. Sam, the fussy lady. That's what he is.
I don't know about lady, but I am.
So don't give Sam DC books. He gets upset at you.
I'm into a little bit of Batman here and there every now and then.
Wow.
Superman, I can't. Oh no, that was Superman. I can't do Superman.
Man, you
Sorry.
Sam, come on, you're killing me here, Sam.
I know. I know.
There's gonna be a good story arc now. We're coming with Flash, so stay tuned for that.
Maybe I'll read it online. Maybe I'll read it online.
I'll read it online.
Hey, you guys like them Oregon Ducks?
Yeah.
They've had some good teams in the past and some really great players as far as their football team goes. And actually, their basketball team is not bad either. They're always ranked. But the football teams in the past have been really good. And, we have the Ducks and we have the Beavers. Those are the two big teams in Oregon. And I have family that have gone to both schools. And so I support, usually it's always in Oregon. It's like, are you a Beavers fan or a Ducks fan? And they make you choose. But I like both because, like I said, family goes to both and stuff, and history of both, and their campuses. I've been to both campuses, and they are awesome, just amazing colleges, and love it. Eugene, where the Ducks are, that place is beautiful.
Yeah, the Ducks cost me a bunch of money.
They cost a lot of people money, man.
Well, you remember this game, Bueller? They were winning 31-0 at halftime against TCU.
Yeah.
And they lost that game. That cost me $432. I said, I'm not betting on the Ducks ever again.
Well, at TCU, if I'm not mistaken, they scored
good
points. I mean, that season, they were pumping out points. It was pretty common for TCU to drop 50 on somebody.
Yeah. But what happened, Bueller, was it was 31-0 Oregon. All right. The quarterback, their best receiver,
Yeah.
their center, they all went and changed their clothes at
Oh,
halftime because they wanted to be safe for the draft.
Oh, wow.
I'm watching this like I'm already cashing my money. I'm like, my buddy calls me, "You watching the Oregon game?" I said,
Yep.
"No, they're winning 31-0." He goes, "It's 31-21." I said, "What?"
Yep.
Oh man, they're always good though. The basketball team was good this year again.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Ducks. They play the team, and they've done this for years. They play extremely fast. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean they have that fast offense, one of the fastest in the nation, and they just run, and go. So if it's usually if they're not moving the ball, I mean, a time of possession could be less than a minute, and four downs that are out. So the other team has time to get back into the game because they'll get twice as many possessions because of how fast Oregon runs the ball, and because they don't wait, they don't play the clock or anything like that. They get it, they go, and they just all day long, and that's the way it's been for forever.
Yeah, they're a rhythm team. They got they come up the line, snap, no huddle. Yeah.
I mean, it's either the teams they play, it's either sink or swim, man. It's like they don't know what hit them, or they're ready for it and they're in the game. But if they don't know what hit them, it's 31-0 at halftime, and Steve loses $400.
Yeah, they're up 31-0, and they thought the game was over.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Steve, please don't lose 400, please. You guys save that money because we got MegaCon coming up.
No, I got money saved up.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Yes, I do. I've been working a lot of overtime. You hear that tired voice?
Yeah, I do know that. And maybe Bueller will still fly down here. I still he's coming down. It's gonna be
MegaCon's like a week, isn't it? Like 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks.
Yeah, I still. You know what? You never know. He's coming down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it.
Oh.
He's gonna make a special appearance, man.
He's gonna fly.
No one knows about it. Next thing you know, we're gonna see Bueller with the nice little
vest on.
He's gonna wear this shirt right here.
What are you doing there, Ron?
T-shirt with the blazer on. He's gonna have the hat, and then he'll be like, "Is that Ron the Rican?" He's gonna be like, "No, it's Bueller." Yo, it's gonna happen.
Bueller, have you started putting names on both of the big blue balls?
Yeah, I have. There's names on there, man.
On both?
He's going to grab the ball. Oh. He likes to grab this thing. All right, he's grabbing it. Do that.
See, there's names on there already. I got to write some more.
But you haven't started the other one yet, right?
No.
Okay,
I'm
waiting to super chat so I can be the first one on the second blue ball.
I'm gonna put raw big balls on that one.
I've only done like one live stream with that thing, so it's only like one time. So, but I'll do another one, and people will get their chance to put their name on my ball, on my blue ball. It's just fun to say.
Oh man. I guess ladies, let me see if anyone has a question in the chat for Mr. Bueller, Mr. Sam Tangles in the back. Anyone has a question for these fine gentlemen before we get off this coast to coast? What we're doing right now, we're just hanging out here, just kicking the breeze and just having a good time. Second time Bueller's been on the show, and we really do appreciate that, Bueller. I mean, you didn't have to do it, but that's the type of gentleman you are, and you accepted an invitation to hang out with the first time meeting Steve Whting, and that's the pretty dope thing about it, Just, I mean, certain people won't do that, but to come on for the second time, and even Sam was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be with Bueller. Can I come on?" I was like, I couldn't
Why
say.
not? Why
I'm
not?
like,
The more the
hell
merrier.
yeah, man. Let's do it, man. Sam is cool, man. I've been talking to Sam, and I told Sam, I said, man, you're a great dude. You're a great dude, Sam, and I told him that, man. And awesome, man. He's an awesome guy.
Hey,
And,
I watched Sam's video from like, man, maybe 9 years or I watched that. I said, man, Sam been on there a long time doing this. He started this. He's the grand poobah.
yeah, see, I'm late in the game, and if you guys don't know, it all started like I wanted to get back into comics, but it all started like 2 years ago. The house got broken in. You probably heard the story before, and I told my buddy I want to get back into comics and all that stuff, and that's how it all started. I just wanted to get back into it, and all this stuff now. It used to be a Philadelphia Phillies room. It's all converted now to comics, and I end up with this New Mutants 98. It's just crazy how things happen, and we're just surrounded by great people. Especially Steve. We surrounded by Sam. We surrounded by Bueller. We surrounded by people in the chat. I mean, look at this. Caleb. This guy is full of positive energy. Comic Smurf is just a great guy. I mean, you can go on with the list. The list goes on and on and on. Is what I'm trying to say, guys. I'm sorry, but it's just great, man. And I really do appreciate you guys for jumping on. I mean,
well, it's just fun, man. Hey, there's a question in here from Kachoon, and it says, Bueller and Sam, if you could cosplay as one character, what would it be? That's funny because actually me and Sam were just having this conversation. Sam told me he wants to dress up as Vampironica. I didn't think it was a good idea, but literally he's like, dude, it's always been my dream. And I was like, well, Sam, you gotta do what you dream of. And so he's been putting together for his Vampironica next cosplay, and he'll be making videos. So Vampirella. That was Vampirella. That's right. Man. So there you go.
I can't believe
Vampirella for Sam. We just had that conversation.
Some cosplayers can help him in Atlanta.
I don't have the
with the costume.
I don't have the top. Well,
I don't think that thing's gonna fit you that you wanted to wear.
Which one?
Which one? See, he knows. I mean, it's like, goes right up your. Oh,
yeah, we don't want to go there.
Nobody wants to go there, but it's gonna happen. One day you guys will see.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Well, you got one person.
Oh.
Well, I guess you'd be doing the makeup, so it's all right.
So there you go. So there you go. That's the answer to your question. As far as my cosplay goes, just the furthest away from Sam on that day. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be wearing an outfit that says, I don't know this guy.
Oh, my God. I guess everyone's probably tired a little bit by now, especially my time. Let's make sure our Wheatley's in the house. He said, hey, Kev. Anyway, guys, this is like an honor. It's been waiting for so long. We got Steven House. We got Mr. Bueller in the house. And Sam is the biggest supporter hanging out with us. These clowns right now. Hey, Bueller, Steve, I'm gonna give you a few minutes just to just talk and just say, hey, finally we meet, guys. How is it, man?
I feel like I've known Bueller a long time. I've been talking to him I've been texting him and Instagramming him a whole bunch for the last few months. So I feel like I know him good, but this was fun. I really liked it. I had a good time tonight.
Very cool. I think you told me the time before that you were going to have Steve on, and I was like, "Can I come on? I want to come on. I haven't met Steve and stuff like that." And of course, me and Steve got bumped, which is okay. because we're back now. But it's awesome to be on here and to see Steve and everything. And, you know, I don't know where to begin. And I said it earlier in the show, but there's certain people in your life that you meet and you kind of say to yourself, oh, well, maybe I'll run into them again or whatnot. And it was just a moment. And then there's certain people in your life that you meet and you enjoy on a daily basis. And I consider Steve to be one of those guys that even though I've not met him in person, I enjoy interacting with him on a daily basis. And I consider him to be one of my closer friends because I've talked to him about stuff that I normally don't talk about with people, you know, about how my daughter is doing or my son or family type things and stuff.
Same here.
Obviously comics related stuff like that, but more personal stuff that you get to connect with people and stuff, you know. And Steve, even though he's all the way across the other side of the country, he's a person I got to meet. And the same thing with Sam. The same thing with Sam. Sam is the reason I met Sam is because I clicked that button on YouTube and press record or press upload. And I got to meet Sam because of that. I got to meet Rod because of that. I got to meet Steve because of that. And awesome. I mean, I can't complain one bit. And I'm looking forward to meeting more. I mean, every day I meet another person and stuff, and I get to connect with them. And some people fade away and you don't hear from them, but you have that moment that you did get to spend with them, and that's special. And then some people you talk to on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, and they become very close friends. And I consider Sam very close, probably one of my best friends, and I consider Steve in the same boat. We talk on the same basis. Now, Rod, he doesn't call me as much as he should. And
Rod.
I try to comment as much.
But every time I talk to Rod, I've always enjoyed myself, and he's always got that smile, and he's got the hat, and he's doing a great job.
It's like I was talking to Steve, and I was at and Steve, you know this. I was at a Publix picking up medicine for my mother. Well, not for my mother, but for my wife, dad.
Oh, your father.
And yeah, we'll get to that part. We'll just end it off real quick. And Steve knows what's been going on. For the last 5 weeks, my mother-in-law has been going through a lot. She has this Guillain-Barré syndrome, GBS, and she's been like pretty much you consider it like a coma, but she's been responsive like through her eyes and stuff like that. So it's been a lot. So, but it's like we do these videos and we do live streams and stuff like that. And my wife says, "Make it. You need to do it because you clear your mind." And and that's what we do. And it makes us feel good. This is our way to escape from things like that. And Steve been there, and like I said, we were at that Publix, and we were picking up medicine for her dad. So it's like, I'm like at a Publix sitting in a chair waiting for medicine for my father-in-law, and it's crazy. And where's my wife right now? She's not here, and she's gone all weekend. She's in Tampa, Florida, with her mom, and that's what we do, man. And as we had this positive energy that comes from you guys that take the time to hang out and joke around, especially with this clown right here, who's probably the biggest clown in the IG community. But it's what we do. I mean, for you, Bueller, to take your time for the second time in a row to hang out. I mean, especially more for Steve to meet Steve and Sam. I mean, Sam was, man, me and Sam been talking back and forth. It's just an escape.
Yeah.
And it's a lot, guys. It's a lot.
Yeah. Here's the thing, and I can appreciate what you're saying because our hobby when we were younger was very isolated. It seemed like when I was at school and stuff, I felt like I was the only guy that liked comics, maybe one or two other people. So it was very isolated, and we didn't have the camaraderie that we do now. So now that we have this platform, YouTube and Instagram or whatever, to connect with people that have the same hobbies that they've enjoyed for the most part. Everybody that I talk to, they've enjoyed comics when they were little kids. I mean, it's kind of, they might have taken a break over the years and stuff like that, but they're back into it and stuff. And now we get to share, with a big community of people that enjoy this hobby that we all started enjoying when we were kids. And, it goes a long way because you make a lot of friends that have the same interest as you, that you really are passionate about. And they can relate to what you're talking about. I can sit here and talk to comics with Steve and with Sam and with Rod, and they know what I'm talking about. I've been on the conversations where I'm talking about comics to somebody, and they're like, "What?" They have no clue what I just said, And that's
what's that Turok you talking about?
Yeah.
What's that Turok?
Yeah, and that's usually what it was, when you were growing up, when you were younger and stuff. But now we have a platform. It's been around for a while, but it's funny because this platform, we find each other. It brings us together, and we find each other, and we form this one big ball of just a bunch of nerds. And I'm happy to be a nerd, or a geek, or whatever you want to call me, And so I think it's awesome. I know I'm not alone. That's the thing. I'm not alone anymore. I'm not the only ship in the ocean. There's all these other ships around me right now that are all, are going in the same direction. So it's really cool, and I appreciate that every day.
Yep, that's what I put on the made me sign a comic. I never signed one, but I signed one for Bueller, and that's exactly what I put on it.
Oh, no.
Oh, you dropped it. Oh,
No, I didn't.
on camera.
No, I didn't.
And I saw it.
Hey, okay, I haven't dropped the comic
because you didn't put it in your holder. I know.
Oh, he looks like Kamehameha 84 now.
There you go. Look at that right there. Steve signed that for me. It's awesome. It's on a McFarlane book and stuff, and he wrote some nice things on there. But I have a nice collection right now of autographed books from members in the community. I think I have about 15 books, and those are my prized possessions right there. I love the autograph from. Still waiting for Sam to autograph a book. I don't know. When he lives down the street, God.
Sam said he charges.
What autograph his shirt right now? Grab a Sharpie, autograph
Don't
his shirt.
touch me, Sam.
Oh, I don't want to autograph the shirt. I don't want to wreck it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for next week show.
Bueller, Sam said he charges $50 like Neil Adams.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Yeah. Sam. Okay, Sam gets his mail delivered at my house. Okay. Sam comes over. He's like, give me bags and boards, and he's like, I want books. I'm like, okay. He's very demanding. It's not easy being Sam's buddy.
Well, he's your knowledge guy. He's looking behind you, going.
No.
He's doing the whole time. So
no, he's like, yeah, you can say that. No, don't say that. Yeah, you can say that. That's what he's doing. Sam's tangled web of puppet mastery is what it
is. Sam said he didn't want to get no Hallmark stuff sent to his mom.
Man, for Sam.
Guys, I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm sure everyone has something else to do. Steve probably got a wife to attend to. These fine gentlemen got to probably starving because I'm keeping you here.
Yeah.
With this.
Yeah, that's the weird thing talking to Bueller. I got to make sure he's up.
Yeah.
I have nowhere to.
I'm like, oh man, it's 7 o'clock. Let me Instagram Bueller. Oh, it's 4
we can stay here all night. I don't care.
Yeah. No, I get those too. I've gotten text messages at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. And I look at it, it's like from the East Coast. I'm like, come on, man, it's 5 o'clock on a Sunday, man. I get them, and they show up. It's fine. It's all good.
I mean, we could kick the breeze, man. I haven't seen Endgame. Have you seen it?
Oh, I've seen it.
Okay, how about Bueller and Sam? You seen Endgame?
I saw it, but here's the thing. I don't. If we're gonna go further, and I want to, but one thing, I gotta take my son to work really quick. It'll take me 10 minutes. But Sam can stay here and do his thing. Is that okay?
I haven't seen it.
That's fine with me.
Okay, I'm gonna be back in less than 10 minutes. Is that cool?
Cool with me.
Okay, I'll be back. Sam, you're in control.
All right. I like being in.
Okay, Sam.
All right. Yeah.
Netflix
So
account.
we're gonna go. We're going overtime now. All right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, let's keep it going. Let's look at the chat. I have not seen the movie, but we got Sharon Brown in the house, and
Yeah.
who else is in the house here? R. Wheatley, 0202. See, I don't like saying 0206. I don't know why people say that because O is a letter. It's a number. So you gotta say 0206. So why do people say that? I don't know. That's just me.
Who knows?
So we got R. Wheatley 0206 in the house. And I really do appreciate what he said. Thank you for the prayers. And it you see that? When I breathe in, breathe out, it makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Um it's a rough time, and I really do appreciate everyone, man. Let you know right now. Max Washington songs. Max is a cool dude. Go check out his channel. This guy puts out some pretty cool tunes, man. Just check it out, man.
Is Discovery Bay been in, JB?
We have not been discovered.
Yeah, what happened?
That's all right though.
Discovery Bay? Oh man.
That's all right though.
He does. I wanted to make sure I told him thank you because I check his video out, see who's coming on, when, and right on down the line. Every morning, I'm like, man, thank God JB does that for me, man. I appreciate it.
Well, that's what he
If he
does.
sees this playback, he'll know. He knows I try to comment every time, tell him thanks. He gets up real early, man, real early.
He does that. He does that till the wee hours in the morning, man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I woke up this morning at 6 o'clock, right? And he's like, the date is wrong. And I was like, and I'm like, my eyes are like half asleep. And I'm looking at my phone and I'm like, what is he talking about? And I'm looking at it says 5 5 5 5. And I'm like, huh?
It's 3 o'clock in the
After
morning.
that,
Man.
I wake up and I can't go back to sleep. 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm here editing on my phone, guys. I'm editing on my phone. I sent him the new thumbnail. He goes, thank you. And I'm like, I can't go back to sleep after that. You know, it's just funny, man. And after that, I go on Instagram, post it on Instagram. Error, my mistake, you know, and all this stuff. I had to put another thing. Oh man.
Hey Sam, did you how good was that did you like that 252? Who gave you that?
That was a lady named Tina.
Tina, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that is awesome, man.
Yeah, she gave me a bunch of other stuff too.
Man.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, that's nice, man.
Really, the generosity in our community is really something. Right.
Yes, great, man. Sometimes you can't get to the store. Get here, get there. You gotta have friends grab some stuff for you so you don't have to pay double next time you see it.
Yeah.
For real.
But I gotta say, I want to say thank you for sending those books to me, though.
Yeah, man. I never got the list for the things you give me. I got a couple more. I don't know what you need.
I'm probably missing about like 10 more of the things.
Put me a list together because every time I see him, and I'll Rod's got a list. I see something for Rod, I just click on it, click on his list, and say, "Oh, Rod doesn't have this, doesn't have that." I'll do the same when I'm out looking for those thing books.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll finish that run. You got to get on something new.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, you know, the thing, you know, that's one of my top 5 superheroes there, the Thing.
Yeah, he's no, they don't put him in a lot of stuff, man. Surprise.
No.
He's only been in a few things, but I like him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey Rod.
I'll take the chance to plug in my monthly giveaway for May. Now that we're here, if anyone's watching, this is the giveaway, not the gift, the giveaway. That's what happens when you speak Spanish because you want to speak Spanish and English at the same time. Sam, I know you had that problem when you wouldn't speak English and Spanish. You know, that's what happened. So ya tú sabes, bro. Cuando quiere hablar español, you see, Sam. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah.
But we always cracking jokes, man. So the main prize is this beautiful Justice League signed by, of course, Scott Snyder. I got the
certificate of.
It's not fake. It's not fake. If Edwin was here or Perry, they would call it the fakeness. But it's not from Midtown.
Hey man, Edwin knows his stuff on comics, man. You got
he does. He does.
Guy, I always try to I always mess with him about his hot cover buys.
Look at Mr. Tab here.
140 miles an hour.
Jeez,
damn, that was quick.
Look at that.
I'm just here
that thing puts the mystery machine to shame.
130 miles an hour, guys.
I was just saying what I'm gonna do for my next month giveaway, just to kill some time here. This little Scott Snyder giveaway sign.
Oh, nice.
This is all May giveaway. Actually, all these books were donated actually from my LCS. And he said, "Hey, here you go. I see what you've been doing." And he just gave me a whole box of stuff. And he gave me like this Runaways, just probably for your kids or something,
Yeah.
And then nice little trade here. I mean, it's still sealed and all that stuff. Castle.
My mom likes Castle.
I heard good things about this one, especially the Bendis. I'm a Bendis fan. Yeah, some Hulk. I know Jeffrey probably watching that. Probably, I want some Hulk.
Yeah.
And we got some X-Men. And this one book I have not even heard of. Sigil. So, but that's by Marvel. So, but that's the giveaway for May, guys. So, there's a video up for that. All you gotta do is check the channel.
So you do the monthly giveaways, right?
Yeah, I try to do a monthly giveaway.
Yeah.
I just hit 500, so that's why that one's so big. So I want to make something special, especially that's why I threw in that signed book by Scott Snyder.
Yeah, I had some giveaway books, but Sam took them.
That's no surprise. Why not? I mean, he's right beside you. He's probably stealing everything.
He just. I was like, Sam, I'm gonna put these in the giveaway for next month, and he's like, those are kind of nice, and he guilted me just by saying that. So I'm like, okay, you can have them.
His arm right now was down, and then he raised it back up. Why is that, Sam?
I don't know.
He's pulling the strings. That's what he's pulling the strings. That's what he's doing.
He's driving the car.
I'm the new puppet master. Is that
You're the puppet master. He tells me when to show up. He tells me what to say.
Well, I don't say it. No. You have a big voice, and we know when you're in the room. Okay.
You guys watch Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, Master Blaster? This is the Master Blaster right here.
Oh yeah.
I love Master Blaster. That's one of my favorite movies. Who runs Bueller Town? this guy right here.
Master Blaster.
I'll be the guard.
Who runs Bueller Town?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So Bueller, that's how you got your name from gaming?
Yeah, it was literally my gamer tag on Xbox from like Xbox One. Or no, I'm sorry, the original Xbox. And then Xbox 360 and Xbox One. So my gamer tag has always been Bueller. And when I decided to do a channel, I was like, okay, what am I going to call it? And everybody always called me Bueller when I was online playing games. I'm like, oh, I'll just use that. So I just said Comics with Bueller. And apparently it stuck. I mean, I'm even like Ron. I even got a shirt right now. It says Comics with Bueller right there. And this was sent to me by Bob from Bob's World. He's made like 2 shirts for me, and he sent them to me.
Well, this wasn't sent to me. I actually I ordered this for myself.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Then I
Makes me want to press that button, right?
You like it, Sam? All right.
I love it. That's awesome.
Oh, okay, then we got two people that like it. Then I have to start something.
I mean,
Hey,
it's
cool,
no
guys.
it's no miniature Bueller coffee cup.
That's Bueller shot glass.
It's a miniature Bueller coffee cup.
I can shrink it. Right in a cup.
Hey, Bueller, you're never gonna believe this. Probably, I've never drank one cup of coffee in my life. Not one.
Well, we're gonna change that when I come down there.
Now monster drinks.
In the background.
Oh, I'm horrible.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna drink some coffee, man.
I've never drank a cup of coffee. Not one. I tasted it once, and I spit it out, and I said, "Oh my God, someone's trying to kill me."
What about like a mocha or a latte or something like that?
Yeah. Don't worry, my family tries to sneak it in on me. You can't sneak coffee past me.
But that's a good question, though, Bueller. You get all these coffees. You have your own special coffee. We already know that.
I have the Bueller.
Exactly.
The Bueller.
But do you ever take one they give you a cup of coffee and be like, "Hey, sir, how you doing? We had this nice coffee. Would you like to try it?" You go, "Yes, ma'am, yes, sir, whatever," and you go,
Yeah. No,
and then you go, "That's good. That's not the Bueller coffee.
Yeah.
Give me my damn Bueller coffee right now."
No, I usually, even that's one thing I normally do. It's like even like if let's say my order's wrong or whatnot, I just eat it, or I just drink it. I don't care. If it tastes bad or whatever, it's fine. I usually don't say a word and stuff. They had me try a drink and they asked me what I thought about it, so it was a little different. And I don't like the berry coffees. Like this is like a raspberry mocha or something like that. I don't like the berry flavoring in coffee. I was like, I'm like, what is this? And they're like, oh, it's raspberry. I go, yeah. It's good, but the berry flavor overpowers the coffee type thing. So I mean, that's really the only time I've ever said anything about my coffee. But even when because I think making coffees like mochas or lattes, you can get a bad mocha or you can get a good mocha, and the same person can make it a different day. And one day it's bad and one day it's good. And I've had plenty of bad mochas, but I just drink it because it's all good. So
I'm not going to say anything back because I don't want something to come back to me with,
That's why you never send food back, right, Rod?
I don't not send anything back. My wife will look at me sometimes, and I'd be like, "My steak is overcooked," and she'd be like, "Don't send it back." I'm not going to send it back. I'll just nibble on it. My jaw will hurt, but I'm not sending it back.
Hey, Rod, every time I was going to send something back, all I could think about was they're kicking my steak around like a hockey puck back there. I'm going to send it back to me anyway.
Hey, you'd be surprised, man.
Yeah.
But
you don't want to make the guy
after recording everything.
Yeah, both of my kids were. My son was he was a server or waiter at Cracker Barrel, and I think my daughter worked there for a small time too. And trust me, don't send stuff back.
Just take it with you.
I'll give a good tip afterwards. Remember me? I did not send my food back, so here's your $5.
Yeah. No, I usually like to leave a bigger tip, and stuff like that, and one thing I do, because here's the thing, I'm a big guy. Okay, I'm so like I always try to.
What are you talking about, Slim Shady?
I try to sweet talk all the waitresses and whoever's going to handle my food, whether it's McDonald's or Subway, it doesn't matter. I'm always like really nice because I'm hoping they give me extra food if I'm really nice. So like especially Subway.
Sam with background laughing at you. I don't know.
You've seen me do that.
I have seen it.
I go to Subway and I'm like, before they even say anything to me, I'm like, how are you doing? They're like, oh, good, thanks. I go, man, that bacon looks good. And I'm like, hoping to get an extra slice of bacon on my sandwich. And
Yeah.
Sure enough, it works. And I get a little extra. So I'm always like, oh, I like that. Oh, that looks so good. And it's like every time, man.
Man, I tried that and it'd be like, oh man, that's that Rican guy again trying to get free food, man.
Hey, Bueller, I ran it by my wife about possibly going to out your way because my sister lives out there. One of my sisters lives in Medford.
Okay.
I don't know how far that is or from you or what.
It's a ways.
Yeah.
The ways.
Yeah.
It's
past Eugene.
It's in the opposite corner. Well, no, it's not the opposite corner. It's all the way down by California.
South. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
she lived in California a while.
It's probably about 6 hours.
Right.
But it's doable. So if you do, man, we gotta make it happen.
Yeah, she said it's a lot. She likes to walk the trails and all that, and she's like, "Man, I bet Oregon has some real good stuff like that." I said, "I'll find out."
Yeah.
Well, if I get her on board, it's a done deal.
Oh, absolutely.
I can believe it.
It's a totally different climate. Obviously, we don't. Oregon is very. You'll get different types of trees, different types of grass. Very hilly, a lot of mountains. Mountain ranges as far as you can see, type thing. A lot of waterfalls. Nothing's flat. You can't go 10 feet without going up a hill in Oregon. It seems like it's.
But that's how you keep your sexy body, though. I mean, obviously, we could tell.
Oh yeah. Sam too. That's why he's going for the.
I'm trying to work out, man.
For the cosplay here very soon.
For the
Vampirella.
Look at this sexy beast. I'm trying to fit one of these pythons like Reggie.
Hey, Rob, tell him we don't have any hills in Florida.
Look at these guns.
Yeah, don't you got? Doesn't Florida get hit like heavy with hurricanes and floods and stuff like that?
We get hit hard with the hurricane. The hurricanes, actually, it rained 2 hours ago. It rained hard. Very hard. I was like, oh God. And I'm not a friend of rain or lightning. And let me tell you, I hate lightning. I'm like, whenever I hear it and thunder, I'm like a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm a punk. I ain't gonna lie.
What was it, Rob? Was it 2000 and you weren't here in 2004, Rod?
No, I moved down here I moved down here in November 2006. I just missed the big hurricane.
You missed all? Do you know, Rod? You missed all the hurricanes would have hit you.
Yeah,
everyone. One was coming for Tampa, and the last minute, all my friends ran to Orlando, and I said, "Man, I'm not leaving my stuff. I'm gonna be here."
I remember going to work, and I just remember a lot of the buildings and stuff. They still had the plywood
and stuff, yeah.
And it was go away hurricane, and I was like, "What the hell's wrong with these people?"
Rod, all my friends ran to Orlando, right? The hurricane turns to the right, went straight across the state, missed Tampa, and went right over to Orlando where they were, and they couldn't leave the motel for a week.
Yeah, it is crazy. The rain, I'm a Philly boy, I'm born and raised in Philly. You know what? You hit me with some snow, some hard freezing rain, I could care less. Yeah. When I came down to Florida, I saw that first lightning bolt. I said, "Holy crap! I ain't messing around with this weather down here in Florida. I want to be inside a house. This lightning is scary as hell, man."
This is Tampa's the lightning capital.
Yeah, and I know why. That's why whenever it rains, I'm already crapping in my pants.
Yeah, Tampa's the lightning capital of the United States, and Sri Lanka is of the world. We're second. Lightning's bad here.
Yeah, we don't necessarily get we don't get we get storms that is it just rains. It's not a heavy rain, it's just rain, and it'll rain for a few days. But like I said, we're not flat at all. There's hills everywhere, so it never floods because you can literally just walk a few feet and you're on a hill. And I was looking the other day, and it was so nice out the other day, and I looked down the freeway, and Mount Hood, which is our big mountain here in Oregon, it's just beautiful. It's probably an hour and a half away. just this huge mountain. And then I look to the left, and then there's Mount St. Helens, and that's the volcano that blew up, back in the 80s.
Holy crap! It's right there in the neighborhood.
There's only half of it.
See it. Yeah.
Only half of it's there. The top of the mountain's gone. It's it's literally like this.
Yeah.
And
I take a picture. Send it to me.
Pretty cool.
To me.
Well, I mean, that was a long time ago, but just seeing, they're so clear and it's so flat, or they're so big, you can see them from a long ways away, and they were both visible just the other day, and they look so cool because there's one huge mountain that looks awesome, and then there's one mountain that's missing half the mountain. It's gone. So
there's certain parts of Portland you can go up high, and you can see like a lot of the mountains. You can see even Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
You can see all the mountains that are not far away, but
yeah, it's kind of weird because if you go 1 hour in one direction, there's the mountains and the ski resorts, and if you go 1 hour in the opposite direction, you're at the beach. And and that's literally how it is. It's like we're right in the middle. 1 hour is the mountains, 1 hour is the beach, and then another hour the other direction is desert.
That's true.
Which I don't understand where that comes from, but there's like a desert part of Oregon.
Yeah.
Oh man, Rod, our mountain is Space Mountain.
Yeah, that's
That's our biggest mountain.
But it's pretty much it. Hey man, the longest line, the longest ride.
Hey, we got a city down the street from me called Zephyr Hills. There's like one hill, one small hill.
That's so weird. It's like when I went to Albuquerque. I mean, it's totally different. Obviously it's desert and stuff like that, and there's no grass or nothing in Albuquerque. It's all dirt and everything, and it's mainly flat and stuff. And there's like a street just right down from my house. It's like my favorite street in the state of Oregon, and it's windy. It's probably about 4 blocks. And there's trees that overhang the street and everything. It's just beautiful. The houses look really nice. And I'm like, there's not a single street in the whole state of New Mexico that even is remotely like this, because, there's grass everywhere. There's these trees everywhere. And it was such a different environment. And it made me appreciate what is close to here as comparison to over there. Now, people there will probably say the same thing, like, well, they're like, we really like this. This is what they're used to. So they come here and like, well, I'm not used to this. This is a weird looking type thing. But it's such I've always loved the Pacific Northwest, and just the fact that everything's such available to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no Orlando showing off 80-degree weather in February that Steve pointed out on multiple occasions. I want people to know. Multiple times he would tell me how nice the weather is while we're sitting here with snow on the ground.
Bueller says it's 20 degrees out. I said, I got my AC running.
Oh my God.
But we're good to go today. We got some nice weather. So.
Hey, Rod, when you came from Philly to here and you felt that humidity, what went through your mind? You went, what have I got myself into?
I remember when I moved. We drove down, right, and it was cold in Philly. They were like, "Well, make sure you put some sweatpants because there's gonna be a snowstorm." I was like, "All right." So we ran to like a little snowstorm. Just a little small one, and it was over. And after we come through Georgia and everything, we could start coming to like You know what I'm talking about, Steve.
Yeah.
Next, I'm starting getting hot. I'm like, damn, I got this damn sweatshirt on, hands.
Yeah, you hit
I got a
Georgia.
hoodie on. I'm like, and I didn't have this hat back in the day, guys. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, it was hot. It was hot, man. But yeah, man.
Well, it looks like you adjusted just fine.
It's funny because my AC is always set at 70.
Yeah.
And 70 is cold.
That's cold.
What was that, Steve?
70s. Man, you gotta have a high electric bill.
At least 70.
No, my electric bill is like levelized. I levelized it with the neighborhood around here.
Oh, that's
70. I need it cold. I cannot.
I got upstairs, downstairs. 25th, man, it would kill me.
Yo, let me tell you. The hat off. Now we're talking about heat. Like, I'm getting hot. Man,
You're sweating.
it's at 70, and I have a ceiling fan on at night, and I have a regular fan on. And my wife is like this. I'm like, babe, I'm sorry, but you know what? You knew me for 10 years already. You're gonna toughen up and suck it up because this is the way I sleep at night. And it needs to be cold. I can't sleep. I can't sleep at night if it's hot.
Hey, Rod, the only cold days we get when it gets real, if it gets below 50, we almost die here. We're like, oh my God, we're in the ice age.
Here. I'll walk outside. I take the trash outside without a t-shirt on, and people are looking at me like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Good morning." You know.
Hey, it gets 40 degrees, Rod. My wife opens every window in the house, lets all that cold air in, and it was cold.
It makes you grow some hair.
I was sleeping with a jacket and a hoodie on one night because she wanted to save money on the electric bill. She said I could freeze the house for like a week with this cold air. She loves it cold. She probably love Oregon. She probably love it there. I might not can take her there. I might not come back.
I want to show you guys these books real quick. Is that okay?
Yeah, cool.
And I want your opinion on these books. And I was pointing these out to Sam, and I really want you guys to look at them and see if you can see a similarity in these books. Okay? You ready?
Let's do it.
So, Amazing Spider-Man, number 134. Take a good look. Putting that in your memory banks. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, here's Amazing Spider-Man, number 147. All right. You got it?
Yeah, that was the same.
And here's Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 1.
Huh?
Wow. And they're Madame Matina?
They're the same cover on almost all 3 books. The background, they're all yellow. It's all the same poses for Tarantula.
But that's how you cut angles, man. That's how you cut.
Didn't they get mad at Matina for that? Or something?
I don't know. But, I mean, I love that.
Said he was copying. Identical, man.
Almost identical. And then you throw in the Spectacular Spider-Man. And those are 3 different books, you know. But I don't know. I noticed that, and I've had them in my collection for a while. And I just wanted to know if you guys ever saw it before.
I've never seen that. I have a mailing address if you want to send them.
No. These are my special books. I send out enough books. These ones I'm keeping.
Hey, Rob, me and Bueller had this question. Then we got to ask Sam and you this question. If you had any amount of money's no issue, and you could buy one book, what would you get? Sam, Rod, think about it.
Amazing Fantasy 15.
Oh, that was.
I have to say, I mean, Spider-Man, dude. I mean, I wrote there and look. I always got notes. I always.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam. What's yours, Sam?
Right there.
You said it. Fantasy 15.
Oh man.
I mean, and there's one that I was talking about it with Edwin and Perry, the first Flash Superman first race. That's on Superman 199. And I want to get that one. So that's on my list too. I was looking on eBay and stuff like that. And I'm a big Flash fan.
I like Flash.
That's one that I need to get now. So yeah, so that's just a book throwing out there. And there's actually another one. As you know, I'm Puerto Rican, so I need to get Vi's appearance from DC. And he comes out in Justice League Annual. I think it was, I want to say annual, I think it was 14, but he makes his appearance and he dies the same issue. So he makes his appearance and dies. So I like to have my Puerto Rican characters involved.
Damn, Rod, I didn't know you was Puerto Rican except for I read on your shirt. one for that, I would never know.
I had no idea.
That's very good. That's a very good point, sir.
Rod the Rican. Never knew it meant Puerto Rican.
Oh,
I thought it was ricin. I thought it was ricin. I thought that's what Mr. White used to poison that little kid.
Yeah. Anyway, you can find that vibe one for me. I really would appreciate it. It's probably like $5 anywhere. It's hard to find. I still can't find it though. That's the thing.
I think the AF-15 would probably, when you pose the question when, money's not the issue or whatnot, I think there's a small handful of books that would probably fall in that category. I think AF-15 is one of them. I mean, obviously the Action Comics or the Detective Comics, and stuff. And maybe Fantastic Four #1 or something like that, and then Steve. Steve's got one. He's a Fantastic Four. What do you say? #5.
#5 with Dr.
#5.
Cole.
Yeah,
I love that one, man.
Yeah,
nice.
That would be the one.
But I think there's probably, let's be honest, there's probably only maybe 10 books at the most that would be on people's lists. If that was the scenario, if you had unlimited supply and you could get one book, what would it be? I mean, there's only about 10 of them that are up there.
Detective 27 be on there.
Yeah.
Action Comics would be on there.
Yeah.
Probably Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Yep.
Because
a lot of the other books
for sure be on a lot of people's.
Yeah, because a lot of the other books are obtainable type thing.
Yeah, like X-Men 1. If you really wanted to buckle down and save up, you can get a grade 3 or so. It's obtainable. But those other ones, Superman, that isn't even that's reprint.
Yeah, exactly.
What for me.
But it's just it is where where how much money you want to spend, or just I mean either you save up or sell stuff and accumulate the money for if you want to consider it a grail. Of course, it is a grail, but I mean, dude, I take anything from like the golden age. I mean, honestly, I mean, I don't have any golden stuff. So if I could take,
let me ask you about that. I'm curious about people that like golden age stuff because I'm a fan of the books that I was into when I was young. Okay, like during the time frame when I was collecting books in the 80s and stuff like that, and maybe a little tail end of the 70s. But I know a lot of people like to go back further into the golden age of comics. Even though they weren't comics that were available, like when they were kids, they weren't on the rack. I like the fact that the books that I saw on the rack, those are the ones I want to collect now. So I don't have a tremendous interest in going back to the golden age and the older books because I don't have the physical attachment to those books I did when I was a little kid and I was 4 years old and I saw that X-Men sitting in the little spinner rack type thing. So I'm curious, what makes you want to go back and get a golden age book?
What this is?
I'm assuming you're not like 70 years old, right?
I know I'm only 70 years old, but I mean, it's like if I take this Doctor Strange book, right, and I see it, and it's like, man, that's so cool, right? And I put on a new bag and board, and it's a key issue. But it just makes me wonder, someone that had that book that long ago.
Yeah.
That was from like the 70s. I was born in 77. Uh-huh. I want to have, I know, I mean, it may sound stupid, but I want to have something older than me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way I feel. I'm like, man, I having this book that's probably my dad age that didn't collect comics. And I mean, I have baseball cards and stuff like that are older than me and older than my dad, which is a different story. But when I hold a comic book, it's like you crack it open, and I smell that, and I'm like, whoa,
yeah,
it's just I feel like comic book man.
That's the bad thing about slabbing, man.
Yeah,
you open that old book up, you're like,
but it's like. I'm not around. I wasn't around that time. Right. That's why it makes me feel like when I get a book at that during that time, I get that book, And I'm like, holy crap, man! I'm holding this book,
Are all 10-cent books
and it's still
golden age
alive,
books
and it's
or
still
not?
alive, and I'm holding it in my hand. And so that's just the way I feel, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm able to hold this book, which and I'm late in the game. I'm 42 now, but you know I'm in the game late. Obviously, I was in the game younger when I was in my 20s, but I gave a whole collection away.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm jumping back into it for many reasons.
But
But
that's what I think about coins, Rod. I got some old coins my dad gave me.
Hmm.
They may be valuable. I don't look them up, but some are like 1820. I'm like, whose hands
Yeah.
did these coins pass through, man? And that just makes me like, man, I'm gonna hold on to them. Not
so I mean,
how much
does
they're worth. They
that
just
answer
cool.
your question though, Bueller? I mean, I'm just like, you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah. No, I get it. I totally get it.
Are all 10-cent books golden age books? I'm not sure because there's 10-cent, books like Flash. Like Flash is a 10-cent book. Some of them. I don't know how far when golden age stops.
I think once they got up to 12 cents, it was the stop.
Could still be golden age. Consider golden age.
Yeah.
So here's a
12-cent books.
12-cent book. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this one right there.
Look at that.
That's a cool cover right there.
That's a nice looking book right there. X-Men number 33, looking all nice and shiny. And then here's another nice looking 12-cent book.
Oh, wow.
Nice little X-Men book right there.
Yeah, that's
nice and shiny.
That
Now
might be a Stranko cover.
I know. Then they jumped up to 15 cents. And this is another nice looking X-Men book right there.
Look at that. Look at that heavy
collecting.
Look at that. And then there's another 15-cent book autograph by Neil Adams right there. Another X-Men book. Look at that. Have you ever seen these, Steve?
I came across them before, probably.
He has. He has because he gave me this one.
Oh, yeah.
This is my oldest Flash comic. And I have to say thank you, Steve.
Is that that's not a golden age, Rod, though, right?
This is considered. I think it's considered. I want to say silver.
Maybe like beginning of silver.
It could be.
It's in the middle.
Because it was probably about the
borderline. It's right borderline.
Only reason I know, Rod, is because I got the 12-cent one with the trickster in it, and it's not far off of that one. So that was about to turn to 12 cents. Right before.
And the funny thing is, so like my wife sees this, all right, after all she's going through, hospital and all that stuff with her mom, she goes to the comic book shop and she picks up these two.
Awesome.
You know, nice. She picks up this one, and I showed you guys before on my videos. I showed that, and she picked up this one. So I'm like, my wife is like scooping up, digging and hunting, and she's running Flash. So she's listening to our nerve.
Hey, Rod, that cover on the brown one, that's me after running more than 100 yards. That's absolutely me. 100 yards.
And these are already bagged and board, of course, because. But my wife is like hunting for comics, guys. I mean, that's pretty dope, man. I mean, she knows what I like, and that's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, my wife got me Plastic Man number 2 and 3, the old ones, and she wanted number 1, but he didn't have it. But he had 2 and 3. She said she heard a movie's coming out, and every time she hears a movie coming out, that I have to go get a comic and make sure I got it before it comes out.
Yeah, I think Bueller got some books. I heard it go plop. All right, Bueller, what you got?
What are you talking about?
I just hear it go.
Yeah, Sam's got some books.
I got some books to show off.
Let's see them, Sam.
What we got, Sam? What we got?
Okay. Well, my buddy Bueller, he had an extra copy of this lying around, so he just gave this to me.
What is it? It's X-Men.
That's X-Men.
What number is it?
X-Men 128.
Oh, God.
Come on, it's X-Men 128 there.
Yeah, 128.
Yeah. Come on. He had that line.
Re-bag and board that, man. This guy's got bags and board, re-bag and board right in front of me.
And then Steve over there, he decides he's gonna give me a thing number 1 here.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a nice looking cover. That's why I got that book.
That's from the Dan Slott series right there.
I love this next one.
You know?
This next cover is one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is the thing number 6.
Oh yeah.
Love that cover.
That's awesome ones right there. Can't go wrong. And the thing number 8.
Like that
You
one?
know? Yeah.
So what do you miss?
What about all
Sam,
the
make
books
the
that-
list.
What?
What about all the books that you took?
What books did I take?
The ones that you took, I was going to give away for the giveaway, and you just took them.
You
Check
saw
his backpack.
Listen. Can I tell you this story? Let me tell you this
It's
story.
not true.
Let me tell. Oh, come on now. Let me tell you this. This guy looks at me.
Sam's drunk.
No, he looked at me. And he's doing his Bueller whatever's,
Drunk.
and he's looking at me.
Doing my Buellers and whatever. What does that mean?
He's looking at me, and he's like, he asked me, "Oh, you like X-Men? Well, do you have any of these?" I'm like, "No," and he's like, "Not here," and he just throws them at me.
I didn't throw them at you.
It's just about
You took them.
his story, my story. I don't know,
He hit me.
but yeah. So, yeah.
What did you do? You already threw those ones away?
What? The ones that you threw at me?
I didn't throw them at you. You took
Okay.
them. I had no choice.
Hey, can we talk about Free Comic Book Day?
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got that one.
You know,
I don't have it.
can't go wrong with your Spideys. Yeah.
It's supposed to be pretty good. It's supposed to be a
Yeah.
good story.
And we got some. Well, these are not called True Believers for some reason. They're called Marvel Greatest Creators. I don't know why they changed it up, but yeah. You know, that's Steve Englehart there, and then you got a Peter David Incredible Hulk right there.
Oh, look at that mini skirt.
Yeah, look at that suit. That's
I didn't say suit. I said mini skirt.
There's your Professor Hulk right there.
That's
Okay,
our whole.
so go ahead and show what you got.
That's kind of gross.
No, that's not what I meant. Why you gotta turn everything?
Sam, the
into,
camera's on.
Why you gotta turn everything into
I'm
that?
just kidding.
Oh my god!
Okay, I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show a couple books, and
He's gonna hit me. He's gonna hit me so hard with these books right now.
these are one of my favorite books. This is one of my favorite ones right here. And the book,
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew that was coming, man.
and I love
I
showing
love
that
that
book
one.
You know,
because I love that book, and
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite. I can't get the glare off it. Okay, and then I gotta show these.
And look at the background too. Look at his backdrop.
That's right. And that was actually sent to me. The guy who did the shirt, he sent me that as well. Bob's World. So very cool. I told him it was so cool because in one of my videos a long time ago when I showed this book, I mean months and months ago, I said, man, I would love to have a poster of this someday. And then literally like half a year later, he's like, he sends me this thing. He went back and watched the video, saw it, and he sent me it in the mail. I was like, that is so cool because 6 months ago I was talking about having a poster and now I have it. So it's awesome. Okay. So I want to show these books, and these are important books, okay? And there's a phrase that I call the buns, okay? And what the buns are two books that okay, how do I explain this? Okay.
go ahead.
So a key book is called the meat, okay? And the buns are the books before it and afterwards. You understand what I'm saying? So the key book will be the one in the middle that you're missing, and the buns would be the before and after, okay? So
the buns or the what? Oh, the buns?
yeah, these are the bun. So
Yep.
this is the bun.
Yeah, sure.
So this is an Incredible Hulk number 182. That's the bun right there. That's the bottom bun.
That's the bottom.
Okay. Here is Incredible Hulk number 180, which is the top bun. Okay. The meat is missing. Okay. There's no meat in there. Eventually, I plan on having the meat in my buns. Oh my God, that sounded bad.
That sounds
No, but anyway, but I wanted to show these because it's
You believe this guy?
it's kind of cool, and because my personal grail that I've always wanted was the 181, and it's a book I've never had. Okay, I have other grails that I've had in my collection, and I've sold them when I was younger and stuff and got out of collecting. But the 181 is something I've never had in my collection and I've always wanted. Not because of the like value of the book. The value of the book is not the reason why I wanted it. The reason why I wanted it is because it's such an important book to me because it's such an iconic character. And Wolverine was the character that I loved when I was a kid reading X-Men. He was the coolest cat in the room, and I loved Wolverine, and that's why I've always wanted that first appearance. So eventually, there's going to be some meat. Meat in these buns.
There's going to be some meat.
Yeah,
There'll be
of
some
course.
meat in the bun.
I just want to say something real quick.
Oh my God.
Fire Davis said, Bueller after dark, baby.
Bueller after dark.
That's what it is,
Put the
man.
kids to bed.
So what would you do for that? I mean, how many books will you sell to get that grill that you want, Mr. Bueller? What would you do for that book? Is there anything you would sell? Any graded slabs? What, you don't have too many books that are slab anyway, but
no, I as far as slabs, I have 3 slab books, and each one of them was a gift from someone. And I don't have any slab. You have one.
I got one.
And that was a gift as well.
Gift.
So I mean, I've kind of made a conscious decision with my collecting that I'm not going to buy any slabs and I'm not going to get any slabs. And the ones that are going to be in my collection are going to be gifts that people decide they want to send me, because I think that's kind of cool. I can look at the ones I have and know for a fact that part of my collection were all from the community type thing. And I think that's kind of a neat thing to do. And I mean, I have a slab right here that I wanted to show, which is pretty cool. And this was a gift from a wonderful guy in the community, and just a pretty cool cat as well. And so that's one of my slabs. And then I got a couple other ones that are also gifts. But as far as what I would do for a 181, first things first, and Steve knows this, I'm cheap, man. I don't like spending a lot of money on a book. You know, it's hard for me to spend money on books. And it's not because of it's just the way I am. You know, I don't think I spent more than $100 on a book at one time. And I just can't do it. As far as like what I would sell, I don't know. You know, I look at my collection now and I'm so content with what I have, and I'm really enjoying the fact that I'm actually sharing my collection with a lot of people and sending stuff out. And I'm kind of in a weird point, because it's like I look at these books now and I'm like, man, I wanted to get these books, you know, because I had them as a kid and stuff like that. And then I get them again and I look at them, I go, okay, that's cool. But you know what? I had them before and now I have them, and that's great. But I'm actually kind of switching to buying new stuff and just sticking with new stuff because it's new and it's fresh, and it's supporting it's supporting the main market, you know, the first string market, the first comic shop or whatnot, you know. And because back issues are a secondary market, and not that I don't like it, but I just kind of find myself enjoying buying something new and fresh that I don't know the story, because I know the stories from the stuff in the past. And I don't know, I'm kind of in transition. So as far as what I would do, I don't have any problem getting rid of my books. I mean, I have a small amount of books that will always stay with me no matter what. You know, I mean, they're literally like, if the house is on fire, I'm grabbing this short box, and the rest of them can go. But this short box with these books, and they're not valuable books, they're special books. They're ones that mean something to me. You know, they were either gifts or they're
like that vibe, first appearance that he dies.
Yeah.
Sam, grab that vibe.
Yeah. There you go.
You know.
I mean, those are what mean something to me now. It's those books that are gifts, those books that are, you know, that are autograph by Steve, or autograph by, if he ever autographs me a book, that book is special. It doesn't matter what the book is. It's not the book. It's the memory of that person that I have on that book, and like I've been so lucky to like interview some creators and stuff, and they autograph a book. Like Jim Starlin, I interviewed him and talked to him and sat down with them, and I have that memory on video of doing an interview, and then he autographed a book for me, and that means much more to me than standing in a line and just waiting for my turn for him to sign the book and then I go. So it's things like that mean a lot to me, and that's what I'm kind of turning my collection into now. So I'm actually really okay with just dumping a lot of stuff and just saying, you know what, I enjoyed it, someone else can enjoy it. So I don't even know if that answers your question. I don't even remember.
I think it answers a lot of questions. I mean, you express how you feel about certain the way that's your opinion, the way you feel about certain things, and actually it does, because I was just thinking about right now. Neil Adams is one name that popped into my mind. I wanted to meet him, and that line and was gigantic, and I can just imagine like you meeting Neil Adams. Have you had a chance to meet Neil Adams?
I've seen him. I didn't get his autograph, but I saw him and stuff. And like I've seen, like I saw Stan Lee before he passed, but that line was obviously enormous and stuff. But Neil Adams is not one I've actually talked to.
Yeah, I mean,
I met him. I got a picture with him on my phone.
Yeah.
When I got
I think I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
I wanted to get I got this picture because I didn't get the certificate because I knew Bueller didn't care about it like me, because I'm not out to make money on it. I just like, that book right there. I got signed at the comic spot where Perry goes, Rod.
Yeah.
The line was only 20 people to see Neil Adams. He was real nice and everything.
People they say he's nice a great guy. You can hold a conversation with him. And some people are saying that he's not a good guy, but what?
They said, to me, I didn't take a lot of his time. I know he's got a lot of people to see, so I just got a picture. He was real nice about it, friendly, and didn't charge me nothing. The signature was free.
Yeah.
So I got it because I knew, I was giving that book to Bueller. I asked him, did he care if I got it signed? He said that was fine. So there we have it.
And just so everybody knows, a vast majority of the books that I showed over the last half hour, those are books that were sent to me by Steve. Just so everybody knows, those were gifts.
Rod didn't know that.
Yeah.
Rod was like, yeah.
Damn it, Steve.
They were sent to me by Steve over the last few months, because, I said it before, Steve he donates stuff to the Bueller boxes on a regular basis. I think it seems like every other weekend I get a box from Steve or something like that. And there's always a nice pile of books that are for donations. And Steve always has told me, he's like, hey, you can have whatever you want out of that box. But then he also puts in there, this one is for your personal collection, and he wants me to have it, like this one right there, and a bunch of the other ones I showed as well, and those are really cool. But the other ones, I think I did ask him one time. He sent me like a shiny book, and I was like, Steve, do you mind if I keep this one? And he's like, hey, you can do what you want and stuff. I felt bad because I want pretty much all of them to go to the Bueller boxes, the extra books. But I asked him because it was I couldn't resist it because it was a shiny cover. I think it was some Venom book or something like that, Venom and Punisher on it or something like that. And but it was so cool, I had to keep it. So,
hey, Rod, he asked me, can I keep an Archie book for Paige?
Yeah, that's one.
I said, what I tell you, Bueller? I said, Paige wields swords.
It's like I don't really have a choice. I gotta keep it.
Yeah,
I remember when we met Steve for the first time at that flea market in Tampa. I was walking down the aisle, and I told Steve, "I'll be there. I moved with my wife, and we're running late." And Steve was there early, Bueller, and Sam. He was there early. And I walk in, I said, I'm here. And I'm walking down. I didn't have a t-shirt on, of course. He probably would have noticed me right off the bat, of course, with his obviously. I didn't have no hat on, Steve. Actually, I'm gonna take the hat off because I'm getting hot. So I'm walking down the hallway. Well, not the hallway, but down this aisle, and I see this guy coming down, and I never seen him before, and he goes, Rod, what's going on? And Steve was taller than me. I'm only 5'7", well, no, I ain't 5'7". I'm like 5 foot. I ain't gonna lie. I'm 5'6". 5'7", 5'8". What's going on, buddy? What's going on? I'm like, hey, what's going on? We start hugging each other. My wife goes, are you comfortable with these guys? And I'm like, babe, we love comic books. What can possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
And we're just hanging out, and Steve just goes, you gave me that Civil War with the one with the Incredible Hulk. It was issue 3. I'm trying to think right now. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's the first one, the Mortal Hulk.
Yeah.
Like the tie-ins. One of the tie-ins.
And he was like, I just bought this. I'll give it to you. And I was like, oh, damn. And that's just the type of guy he is, Bueller. I just bought it right now. And he just handed it to me.
Man, I had another one.
Yeah, he did. He did have another.
I see him, I get them. You never know who might need them. Or can't find them. Or who can't go shopping for them. Who we don't know. Who doesn't have ways even to go. I've seen so many kids today getting books. It was pretty awesome. I tell you that. A lot of kids, man. I never been to Free Comic Day till today.
Oh, really?
I never went. I didn't think much about it. But when I seen all them kids, I was like, man, this is pretty awesome, man. You get just if 10 of the 30 kids I see get hooked on comics, they'll always be around. You don't want them to go away. They always talk about they could go away. I'm like, no, they won't go away.
Yeah, I was talking to Sam, and we were noticing that like there's like a bunch of posts or on like Facebook or Instagram and stuff, and like I know, and I hate to sound bad, but I know that like people will take their kids to New Comic Book Day, collectors, and they'll tell their kid to get one book, and then they take like if there's like the limit of 4, they probably tell the kid, okay, pick one, and then the dad or mom, whoever, picks the other 3 that they want, and they say, okay, hold these type thing, type thing. So I know that probably goes on.
Yeah, little kid pulls out a list like this long. I need this one, this one, this one, this one.
So I want to show a book that's like kind of my trifecta as far as like the book that kind of hits everything on like what makes it very special. Okay. And I've showed this book many times on my thing, but this is like the trifecta of everything I look for a book. Okay. So it's Amazing Spider-Man number 129. Obviously a very important book. It's the first appearance of Punisher. Okay. And it's a key book. That's one thing right there. It's a major key. It's one of my favorite characters. Okay. That's one of them. The second thing this was a gift from someone, from my nephew Jeff or Grant. He bought this for me and he gave it to me as a gift, and so it means the world to me because it was a gift. Now the third thing is it's autographed by Jerry Conway, which is the creator of the Punisher, and it's not autographed because I stood in the line. It's autographed because I got to meet him and I got to sit down with him and interview him and talk to him for an hour and get to know him. And I have that memory of him doing it and the video of him doing it type thing. And then he wanted to autograph it for me type thing. So this book right here is, I call it the trifecta. It's a gift. It's a key book I've always wanted. And it has the memory of the creator. And you can't always get that because, some of the creators aren't of it. They don't sign or we've lost them type thing. So this book, it's probably, even though I have other books that are like my first book in my collection that my mom bought me at a comic shop. Okay, that's very sentimental. Or the one I have that's autographed by Todd McFarlane because I knew him and I knew his wife and she was my teacher and all that stuff. Very sentimental. But they only have one thing that makes it special. You know, to where this one has like a trifecta of meeting the creator, talking with the creator, interviewing the creator. You know, a gift from someone special in my life, and the third one being a key appearance of a character. So, I mean, if I have books like this in my collection, that's what's important to me. And if I had a box of 5 books that were like this, I would be content with my collection, you know, because they're very special to me. So the other things that are in my collection that I show on a weekly basis type thing, they're great to have, but if you know what, they don't mean that much. You know, they're just books. You know, I enjoy them, yeah, but they're not. It's not like this, you know, or it's not like a gift from Steve or something like that, you know, or a gift from Bob, you know, or something like that. Someone who takes the time, because those books will always be very special to someone. And like the books that Sam has given me books, you know, those are special. I mean, it doesn't matter what the book is. It doesn't matter. You know, it's the memory of having that with the person. That's where I am at in my collection now. That's why I'm okay with literally selling my books for less than $1 a piece and just shipping them out my door every weekend type thing. And I'm like, I'm okay with it because I don't have that emotional attachment to them anymore like I have to something like this.
Yeah, and that's this. I'm sorry to cut you off, beautiful, but it's like, you know, what is a grail, what is a key, and all that stuff. But it depends on what you consider yourself. I mean, what do you consider it? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I see where you're coming from. Where you could you know, I that's how I feel. You know,
that's how I feel. Like I get like Rod didn't say he wanted Marvel Team Up 141 for me, but I knew he liked it. I knew I had one, and I knew he liked it more than I liked it. So
and you just gave it to me. That's the thing.
I get to see it more. Like, I get to see that more now because I watch Rod's station than going in my box and looking through it once a month or a year, whenever. I see it every day. That's better. Rod loves it. Same thing with Bueller's. He puts them on the wall. I see him more than I seen him. That Secret Wars. Sam loves that book. I got it because I knew it was a cool book. Yeah. I didn't get it because I loved it. But now someone that loves it's got it. It's where it should be. Just how I feel about it.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I remember I put together a package for someone, and it wasn't a Bueller box. It was just I wanted to do something for somebody because they were going through a time or whatnot. And I think I got more enjoyment out of putting this package together and, you know, making it kind of personal for them and stuff. I knew they'd like it. And I mean, I walked to the post office with a big smile on my face, you know, just feeling good about doing it, you know. And I mean, when they got it, they were so appreciative. But honestly, I thank them for giving me the opportunity to do it, because the feeling I got for just being able to share my collection, and that's kind of what I put it to them. I told this guy, I said, you know what, we're friends, and I consider my collection your collection, and what's mine is yours, and I consider, you know, this collection being a big thing. So I don't have a problem with sharing it with you, type thing. And I mean, I put it together, and I mean, when he got it, I mean, he just kind of, I mean, he broke down. He just started crying and stuff like that. But you know what? I was so happy to do it, and it felt so good. You know, it really did. And I didn't even hesitate. I mean, I was like, man, I know he likes this guy. I have it, you know, but you know what? He's going to like it, or he's going to appreciate it probably a little bit more, because for one, he really is wanting this book. And for two, it's going to be a gift type thing, and I know he will. He actually ended up framing. He actually framed the books and put them up on a wall with the note.
Yeah, that's way better right there. You can see your book right when you see him.
Yeah. So
I see 141 more than I ever seen it. I've seen it more in Rodney's videos than I ever seen it when I had it here.
Yeah.
I only got it graded because I thought it was going to be higher. Every time I grade a book, I swear it's a 9.8, and it always comes 9.4, 9.2. But oh well.
I think it shows, because you always see a lot of act of kindness videos that people do, and it's always from the majority of the ones that are people get are from other members in the YouTube community type thing, where it's like one YouTuber sends another YouTuber an act of kindness, and then vice versa. And then there's a whole other group of people that they watch our videos, and they're not active YouTubers and making videos. Okay, and this is a Steve I'm talking about. This is just a fan of the community. He's not out there doing videos of his own type thing. He just enjoys the community. He enjoys the people that he's met and stuff like that, because it's the community is all the people. And like
Steve wanted to come to the house. He didn't know how to figure everything out. And we were when was it, Steve? Like 2 nights ago? I think I was probably live. I don't know. People were like, why, where's the video? Why you deleted it? I was like, because I was practicing with Steve.
Yeah. I was trying to get
the footage. I don't know what was out there. I deleted it as soon as we were done.
Yeah,
and we still had technical difficulties. I don't know what the hell happened, man.
Hey, when Jeffrey got his 102 Hulk, I called Rod and told him I was gonna get Jeffrey a 102 Hulk. Now I had a couple I was looking at. Tony Sanders gets him one.
Yeah.
Then the Grail guys get him one. I'm like, these guys ruined my life. I can't get Jeffrey.
I don't have to.
So that's when I called Rod and said I got him.
Must be rough.
I probably talked to you two the most, so I said I got him this Hulk watch. I wanted to get him something because I really like him. He's a cool guy, and he loved the watch, man. I don't know if you've seen the video, but it was awesome.
Oh, I saw the video. He was live with JoJo.
With Tony on the Bros channel. It's funny. I watch a lot of videos people probably don't even know because I don't say nothing much.
Yeah.
But I give the like. I like to watch it. They put a lot of work into it. Least you can do is, support the guys. They're doing a lot of stuff, especially JB. Love JB, man. He does so much, man.
Yeah, I talked to JB a lot, and I mean, I've told him I felt bad because I know how much work he does on a daily basis to do those videos, and I flat out told him, I said, man, I go, are you okay? Because I just know how long it takes, and for him to do that on a daily basis, and he's a father of younger kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he works, and I know how much time it takes up. I'm on the, I have a lot of free time, so I can do this. I mean, this is pretty much all I do is just, talk about comics every day. So I told him one time, I said, I don't know, maybe you should think about not doing it. And it wasn't based because I don't like what he does, or it was based on the fact that I was legitimately worried about him. And just
I watched that. I remember when you talked to him about that.
Yeah. And, he was a little taken back from it, and I get it, but I think he understood that I wasn't coming at it from a negative thing. I was saying, hey, I can relate to how much time you're putting in, and you're doing it on a daily basis. And I legitimately worry about you and everything like that. And he understood where I was coming from. And but he's doing great. And you know what? To his credit, and I said this when I had him on, he did not hesitate one bit or even entertain that idea. He was full bore ahead and gun ho, and I respect that like you couldn't believe. And I was so happy to have him on the channel because I was like, people should know, what you're doing. And that was my whole goal about having him on there, is for people to find him and appreciate what he's doing on a daily basis. Because I honestly think he's underappreciated.
He is.
And
I've been trying to get on the show, and I just wanted this I'm sorry, Beautiful, to cut you off, but I feel the same way you do, sir. And I want to give him a shout out. I want to do everything because people watch this video and they don't give him comments. And if you watch the video, how can you not give him a comment? How you get the guy a thumbs down? And that anyway, don't get me started with thumbs
those trolls, man. I don't give them no time at all. There's always negative people. You got to push them away. Keep going.
Somebody told me one time, and I'm not going to say who it is, but they said, hey, my buddy, you know, there was a bunch of like trolls or whatnot, and they gave him 13 thumbs down, and within like the first 2 minutes of his live stream. And I go, you can look at it like that, or you can look at it as like they clicked on his video 13 times, and they just increased his view by 13 times. He's like, I think that's the best way I could ever look at it.
I bet you I can guess who it is.
Yeah. I go, that's the way I look at it. You know, that's the only way I look at it. I sit there like, okay, I get a handful of thumbs down every video. I'm like, well, they clicked on my video that many times. So, you know, that's the way. I think that's the only way you can look at it. You know, if you want to try to have your sanity or whatnot, you know, because the other stuff can just drive you crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the truth though, because I remember when not JD, I'm sorry guys, but I got issues in a white wheel. They did their fundraiser for their charities and stuff like that, and they got thumbs down. And I talked about it before in my videos. I'm like, that pissed me off so bad because I even participated in that. I'm like, dude, this money is not going to these guys, man.
How do you thumb down?
Why are you giving them a thumbs down? And every time I talk about it, it pisses me off. And I don't care right now. You want to give me a thumbs down? Do it. I don't care. But man, this is what they're doing is for a good cause. So like right now, my mom died of stomach cancer. So if I want to do something, a charity for stomach cancer, and we'll try to, you know, do something for that charity for stomach cancer, and I'm gonna get a thumbs down for it. I mean, whatever, man.
I do look at the things, and I did that one video, and I normally get thumbs down on every one of my videos, and it's been like that and I usually get either 5 to 10 thumbs down on every video. It's just the way it is, and that's fine. But then I did one video, okay, and this was the one when my roommate and friend passed away, okay, and I did a video. It's called "In Memory of a Friend," and it was a live stream about that person, and I didn't get one thumbs down on that video, and I looked at that and I said to myself, even the people that give a thumbs down, they have a heart, and they know right from wrong, even though they're, you know, they seem to, you know, take the time all the time to give me a thumbs down. They saw that video, or they saw what it was about, and they said to themselves, I can't do it. And that made me feel so good, because it was like, you know what, it kind of gave me, I don't want to say hope is the word I'm looking for, but it kind of made me rethink the whole thumbs down, thumbs up type thing when I saw that, and said, you know what, these people do have a heart, and they do have a soul. Maybe they're having a bad day on something else, you know, but for that video, there wasn't any thumbs downs, and it meant a lot to me that there wasn't, because it was something special that I wanted to talk about, and it kind of rejuvenized my faith a little bit, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And to know that, you know, everybody does, you know, they have a heart, so I kind of look at it that way.
Yeah, Reggie, one time when Reggie came to the show, we were talking about that thumbs up, thumbs down. He said he never gives anyone a thumbs down. He said, if I just don't like it, I just won't watch it, or he'll just, you know, keep on. And I think, well, you know, everyone's not like Reggie, everyone's not like me or you guys, but everyone's gonna do it. They're gonna do it. So no, you know, despiteful, but you know, it is what it is, guys, and there's nothing we could do. And
Sam thumbs down my videos every time. He told me.
Yeah, he gives you a thumbs down. He gives me a thumbs up. How's that?
I don't know. He's like, you didn't give me enough books, so he's like, I'm giving you a thumbs down. I'm like, come on, Sam.
Well, sometimes he doesn't like some of my stuff in my Facebook group or something.
I can't keep track of all that stuff, man. There's like a new
Sam is like It's
What?
out there, dude.
Why is it's out there?
Yeah, you got a bunch of stuff going on the Facebook. I'm like,
Oh,
I don't use Facebook. I just joined it right now. But man, your thing is like you got stuff going on everywhere.
My mom.
You
Can you invite my mom to your group? She's like the only one I know who still uses Facebook.
okay. What's her name? Oh, okay. No. Okay. Never mind. No, but I like to. I like my groups. You know.
Well, I hope you do.
I know.
My groups are blowing up. That's all.
They're popping.
Yeah, that's right. So
It's always good to like the groups that you started.
that's right.
If you didn't like it, why would you be doing it?
Yeah. It's,
Well,
Rod,
damn, guys.
when are you
I
gonna
swear,
see
we've been on this damn show for about
2 hours.
this is the longest. This is probably the longest in
You
history.
broke the record. My first time out.
And your first time on. Hey, Edwin could be on the show because he's doing his drills for the military, sir. Salute. Freaking Jeffrey was working overtime. He said he was gonna try to jump in, and they said send him an invite, but they have not called or text me, so I guess they're still busy. And oh my god,
They
guys,
probably think we're asleep, Rod.
bro,
Hey, it's only 8 o'clock here, guys. I don't know what.
I know.
yeah, it's 11 o'clock over
You
here.
can send them an invite at midnight, and they'll be like, "Oh, cool."
11
Here- here you
o'clock.
go.
Over there. Give me a break.
On the road. But guys, I just want to say, Steve, thank you for just popping up for the first time ever, meeting Mr. Bueller, and Sam. Thank you for hanging out and just kicking the breeze. I don't curse, but just we're here talking shit. That's what we're doing right now. But I don't curse, dude. I don't like doing that. But that's what we're doing, talking shit. But we're having a good time and talking shit.
Hey, Rod, I asked you what the show was going to be about, and that's what you said.
What was that, talking shit? All right.
Yeah, I said, "What are we going to talk about?" You go, "We're just going to shoot the shit."
Yeah, but it started off fine. We started talking about comics, then we just a detour here and there. And Bueller, the second time in a row you jump on here, that really means a lot to myself. That means a lot to our original panel. They really do want to be here, but that means a lot really for you to take your time and to just hang out, because I mean, like Reggie don't do stuff like this. He even jump on here, and Comic Time, he did it, and it's like an escape, I think, for a lot of people like you guys, big time, that just want to just hang out and just joke around, man.
I do. I appreciate. Here's the thing. I like doing things like this because and because on my channel, when I do the videos, they're all pretty focused, on a certain area. It's like this video is about this video is about that, and the same way with Tom. Tom's the same way. All his videos, they're all focused at a certain point type thing, and so we don't get a lot of time to just as you say, shoot the shit. So I know he enjoys it. I enjoy it because it just doesn't happen a lot type thing. So I appreciate you asking me on and stuff like that. And because honestly, and like me and Sam, we just sit there and talk about random things.
Oh yeah.
Just and Sam's like, he said this today. He's like, you should do a video about this. And there's no way I could do a video about what we were talking about. There's no way.
Sam's trying to get you banned.
But it's like, it's just guy talk type stuff, not sexist or nothing like that, but it's just two guys just kind of hanging out, having a good time, talking about random stuff. And like me and I talk with Tom all the time. Me and Tom talk like every other day. And me and him will sit on the phone and talk for a couple hours. And it's like, we sit there and, oh man, it'd be nice to like get a chance to talk on, hang out and do things like this. But like I was saying, our stuff is sort of focused every time that it comes out. So we miss out on doing it. So I appreciate you having me on here and giving me a chance to talk with Steve and talk with you as well there, Rod. And, Sam's obviously here and hanging out and stuff. And I mean, he's got some weird theory about Groot and how he was, how Groot was reborn after he died in the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's gross. It's gross.
What?
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but
being gross with Sam Tangles as well.
he's like, and we had some other theories about other things and stuff like that, just random stuff. So it's fun. I appreciate it, man.
No, Steve. I'm sure. I mean, you do. The last time we had everything arranged. I'm sorry, I changed things around, but I had I was on talk with JoJo that wanted. I was on talk with JoJo for a long time. She wanted to jump on, and Steve, I'm sorry if I, but hey, everything happened. Look at us now. We're doing it now, and I really do appreciate everyone for taking their time to hang out.
Hey, Ron, I tell you, if you made the right choice, if you had a chance to pick between hanging out with Sam, me, and Steve, or JoJo, I would have went with JoJo. So, no hard feelings whatsoever. You made the right decision.
You definitely, Rod, picked right.
Yeah, she's coming back. She enjoyed it. She's coming back in the end of May. So she had a good time. She wants to do it again. And I messaged Tom, and I said, Tom, would you like to come back? And of course, it's 3 words. Heck yeah, man. Yeah. And it is good that I really do appreciate you guys, all of you guys, Steve, Sam, and you, Mr. Bueller. It really means a lot because here I am, this guy that been doing this for a year now. And I look up to all you guys, and Steve just running to you, freaking just, God, I can't say enough words about Steve. And freaking, I see Bueller and I see Tom and all this shit. I tell you guys all the time. Then I was like, God, these guys are like, they're so good. And who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought? I say that all the time.
Here I am. I told my wife, I was like, I'm gonna bring these guys to the show one day. And she's like, really? You gonna do it? I'm shitting bricks, but I'm gonna do it. I said, I'm gonna bring Tom. I'm gonna bring Bueller. I told her all this stuff. I'm gonna bring all these guys. I said, I'm gonna bring Steve to the show, even though he doesn't like doing it. I said, I'm sure he doesn't like doing it, but he's gonna do it. And she's like, you're crazy, baby. She's like, you're crazy, baby. I'm like, you'll see. And here I am. I got you guys, man. And I really do appreciate it, man, because you guys don't know how much it means to me, man. No words can express what I feel to hang out with you guys, man. It really does. It really. I wasn't nothing on doing YouTube.
And you didn't know you was going to be on 2 hours.
Exactly, dude. I mean, exactly. I mean, that's how
longer than that, probably. I don't know.
I even drove
track. I don't care.
Took my kid to work and came back. I mean,
man. You know what? I just want to say again, thank you, man. That's it, Steve.
Awesome.
The floor is yours. If you want to say a few words to Mr. Bueller here, and Sam, of course, in the background. Sam, thank you so much. I'm gonna mail you out something. Don't forget about that. I got your address already.
Yeah, Sam. Good to meet you, man. Glad you liked the Secret Wars #8. And Bueller, one day you may get some meat for those buns. I'm not sure, but I feel like it could happen. It could happen soon, sooner than you think.
I have faith.
I have faith. If you have faith, it shall happen.
Yeah, I'm like you said, I'm ordained now, so I have faith.
Yeah, when I see you doing all this,
I don't know what that means, but I
might drop out of the ceiling. And Rod, thanks for inviting me, man.
Hey, man.
I got your comic books. They're safe. I got to meet up and bring them to you one day.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for everyone to join Coast to Coast tonight. Mr. Bueller, I'll give you the floor for a minute. Talk about your boxes and all that stuff, just in case anyone doesn't know what's going on. I think they do, but I'll give it to you for a few minutes.
Well, I want to say real quick, Bill from Economics and Comics. Today is his birthday, so happy birthday to Bill at Economics and Comics. That's awesome. And I want to say thanks for Sam for coming over and hanging out with me today. We went and met up 9 o'clock this morning.
Oh yeah.
And he won't leave, so I'm stuck. But we had a lot of fun today, and then just getting the opportunity to come on here with Steve for the first time, and see. I mean, actually, Rod is the one that I never knew what Steve looked like, and then Rod sent me a picture of Steve. And he's like, and Rod's like, guess who I met? And he sent me the picture. I go, I don't know who that is. Is that something?
Yeah.
Who in the hell is
That was
that
the same
stalker?
stream we did. That's when I met Steve, and that's when Comic Time came on the show.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll be on the show. I was like, what? You want to come on? That night was like caught me off storm, man.
Yeah. So I just want to say thanks for having me on, Rod, and make sure everyone hits that like button and subscribe to Rod because he's got a great show. I watch it and stuff, and actually check out Sam's stuff as well.
Yeah.
Every now and then I pop up on there. Actually, you've been on my channel more than I've been on yours.
Yeah.
Go figure, right?
I'm trying to go for the. I'm trying to go for the record.
He has the record. And you know what? If anyone's in the chat, and like I see some people right there, like Thoro Cuboro, which I got to know just a couple weeks ago. If anyone needs a guest
great
or whatnot, and would like to have me on or whatnot, I will tell you this: I don't think I've ever said no, and I always have a good time getting the chance to meet people and just to get to know them. And like I got to know Thoro Cuboro not too long ago. And man, what a great guy to get to know. I was very blessed to get a chance to talk with him and kind of get to know that person. And I enjoy stuff like that. So if anyone is looking to, do a show or whatnot, or looking for people to be on the panel, just my email is on there. You can always get a hold of me on what's that, Instagram as well. And I'd be more than happy to it. And it's a good time. But Rod, thank you so much. This was fun, man. It was it got off a little rocky. We had some technical difficulties.
I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea what happened, man. I didn't do anything wrong.
Tell them what you said, Bueller.
I had to keep rebooting and all that stuff. I have not changed anything, guys.
Yeah. But we got to figure it out. And 2 hours later, we're still going. This is awesome. Thanks, man.
And I want to say, Thoro Cuboro, the guy been doing live stream. He's been selling books for $1. Man, he's been doing this whole auction thing.
Yeah,
Thoro is just a great human being. Hey, guys, if you want to see Thoro just talk, just go check out my channel. The guy's just a great guy. You don't have to, but man,
I watch him. I watch Thoro all the time.
Man.
He's a good dude, man.
So humble. He's just so humble, and that's why I watch his stuff. And everything he says is from the heart, man. And that's what we're both from up north. He's from New York. I'm from Philly, and I think that's why we get along so well. But everyone can relate to him in one way or the other. But man, we could keep talking, guys. But shit, we gotta stop.
Hey, Rod, you and Thoro, and you guys remind me of my best friend when I was growing up. He's from New York. He loved Hulk. He got me into comics. He could draw like no other.
Oh, that's cool.
And man, it just, you guys remind me of that.
But I love
Named
Flash and
Brian.
Batman. Those are the favorite characters. Same like he's a big DC fan.
He was a Hulk fan. He had the whole run of Hulk from 100 all the way through. He had everyone. He loved Hulk. He was a good dude, though. It just reminds me of you guys. He's from New York. He moved 3 houses down. We ran the streets everywhere with me and him.
That's awesome. Ran the streets.
The streets, man. We ran the streets. I wasn't allowed off of my street, but my mom didn't know. I might have went pretty far away a lot.
Well, Steve, we gotta stop talking, man. Our bladder's about to explode here. So, hey, everyone, thank you for hanging out. Coast to Coast Comics with this beautiful panel here. With that being said, Rod is out, Steve is out, Mr. Bueller is out.
All right, guys.
Thank you for hanging out. With that being said, ladies and gents, the panel is out. Good night, everyone.